Hey, how's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you are about to hear. Episode 99, boys. This is episode 99. Next week is 100, which we haven't discussed. I don't know if we're going to do anything special for it. Should we? Maybe do a live stream? Live stream it?
I did
Let's
hear
do a live stream.
A suggestion for 100.
What's that?
Is from Seshi. Said we should get back on and watch like some of the old do a live stream, watch some of the old Natural Gamer clips and like from back in the day, and then like.
Oh yeah, we.
I don't know. Yeah, that's something that he was thinking. I don't know.
That might be fun. That'd be fun. I mean, Michael was actually in one of them. We could at least watch the anniversary.
Yeah,
actually, we could watch the 100th Natural Gamers episode. Yeah.
There you go. This is where we stopped last time, and this is where we're trying to get past.
See if we can get back. Yeah, see if we can move past 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. So maybe next week we'll do a live stream. If we don't, or record it. We'll see what happens. We'll see where we're at. But yeah, that'll be fun. We're gonna do something.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And you know, that's kind of how Seshi got back to us. Because, you know, I talked to him. I talked to Seshi on the phone. And funny story. So I'm like, hey, man, just hit me up a signal so we can talk about extremist shit, you know. So I sent him my cell phone number, and he texted me. And or on Signal, he messaged me or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? His area code's 307, and I'm like, "Are you?" I'm like, "Hey, dude, are you from Wyoming?" And I put like the two eyes looking to the left or whatever, you know, like looking over. And he goes, "Yeah, why?" And I'm like, "Dude, I lived in Wyoming for 5 years in Cheyenne." And he's like, "What?" And we started, then we talked. Good dude, man. Says she's a cool guy, and he found us because of the Natural Gamers channel, because Sean was uploading when we were banned or like muted or whatever on you uploaded a couple things, and that's how he found us.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So he had been subscribed to a dead channel that's been dead for like years.
Oh.
But he was just still subscribed to it. So that's cool. It was cool. It's cool to reconnect like that. It's very cool.
Yeah, he's working on some stuff for us, man. Don't worry.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I look forward to it. We'll definitely have him on.
Yeah, I think. Well,
make
maybe
sure Ryan's around.
I could talk to him. He loves Ryan. He loves all of us, obviously, but he loves Ryan, and he would love Ryan to be there. But maybe we could have him on for the 100th episode. Like we could talk to him. Maybe he was interested in doing a live stream, so I could talk to him.
All right. We'll talk. All right, so lots of stuff happening in the world, boys. Lots of stuff happening in the world.
Just don't ask me about government
this week, but we'll start off light. We'll get there. So
goddamn vaccine mandations. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, we'll get there. I'm sure we'll get there. But let's start off. We're going to talk about some movie trailers. Now, the new Matrix trailer dropped the other day. We all just watched it before we started recording. Oh, we would have done it on the recording, but Warner Brothers is like super litigious, and they will like block your video. But anyways, so the Matrix trailer. How do you guys feel about the Matrix in general? Like, do you like the Matrix? Do you like all the movies? One of the movies? You like everybody that's like the first one's awesome and the other two suck, or?
I'm like that. I like the first one.
Yeah.
First one's great. Second one's trash. Third one's a middle of the road. Okay.
Really?
The ending of the second one is the best of the three. Or maybe not of the three, but I think the ending of the second one is like the coolest. That's the coolest reveal, I guess you could say.
I think like Matrix 2 and 3 should have been, like, you could cut that, and somebody actually did. I think there's a fan edit where they cut it into one movie, and it's only like 2.5 hours long, because there's so much, like, just fluff and so much bullshit, and it's so heavy-handed and overwrought, and it just, because I've watched them so many times over the years, because I own them all, so if I watch one of them, inevitably, I'm going to watch the other two. Like, I just roll right into them. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate the sequels, but I also don't love them. I didn't ever really need another Matrix movie. I never, even though I think there is a completely plausible that you could do a Matrix sequel. Like, I always thought you could, because they leave that door wide open at the end. basically once you understand the nature of it and that there's been different cycles, and then you find out like the machines and the humans are kind of have peace for a little bit at the end of Matrix Revolutions, it always could come back around, I suppose.
Well, I'll tell you this much. There's only 2 movies I've ever fallen asleep in a movie theater. Okay? It was both middle movies of a trilogy. Okay? The centerpieces. It was The Matrix Reloaded and Lord of the Rings, the 2 towers. Those are the only, dude, I'm serious, the only 2 movies I've ever fallen asleep in.
fell asleep into is a fucking Marvel movie.
In the theater?
And I fell right to sleep in Thorn.
In Thor? You mean Thorn?
Yeah, Mike.
I fucking hate
everybody's favorite Marvel movie, Thorn.
Mike really didn't watch the movie because he calls it Thorn. He's like, the movie is Thorn.
I'm trying to think if I fell asleep in a movie called Killing Them Softly. I don't know, that was years ago. But and then I fell asleep through Indiana Jones 4, but that was because I had been up for almost 2 days, because it's when I lived in Alaska, and I got drunk in the theater, and I just fucking passed out. So I fall asleep within 20 minutes. I see the opening with like Indiana and the Russians and all this stuff, and then I wake up again, and then there's monkeys swinging in fucking trees, and then I wake up again, and there's alien spaceships. I was like, whoa, that's a crazy ass movie that I did not watch. But anyway, so on the online chatter seems pretty split down the middle about the Matrix trailer. People either are really they're like, I love it, it looks really cool, or it's the lamest thing they've ever seen. Where do you guys fall?
To me, it looks pretty stupid.
I mean,
just from watching it, I don't know.
But,
it might be good.
So the first time I watched it was on my phone, and I was just like half paying attention. You know, I was ripping on a cigarette, smoking a dart, just getting it done. And then Ryan was like, I was like, okay, well, let's watch it again. So I watched it with headphones in, and it was way better. It's way better with headphones, like the music. It's
because the music, it's perfectly edited trailer. Yeah.
It really is a great edited trailer. It was just flat, but there was a thing that popped in my head. Like, what happens, or maybe Ryan said this to me. I can't remember if I thought of it, Ryan thought of it, but the situation was, what happens if the trailer is supposed to dupe you into like thinking like that's part of the Matrix?
It is.
Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was. Oh, this would be perfect to split the fans down the middle. People are going to go see it to hate watch it or see it because they love it, but then everyone's going to be tricked.
I don't think it's to that extent. I think that Neo being like again presented as like the hero is a red herring. I am pretty sure it's going to be the new young Morpheus. That's going to be like really it's his hero's journey. And from what I understand from people that have seen the movie already or saw a cut of the movie, the trailer is like the first 45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's clocking in at like 2.5 hours right now, or 2 hours 20 minutes is probably what the final runtime is going to be. So there's a lot of other stuff to explore. I thought it, honestly, I think it looks kind of cool. I like meta stuff that's like self-referencing, and I like the idea because I know a little bit of like about the plot, and I know that like Neo is like a video game developer, and the first game that he made that made him famous was The Matrix. So it's like and if you know about The Matrix and you knew about the extended universe of The Matrix, there's like video games, there was an MMO, there was all this stuff, and they're kind of folding all that stuff in there. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Actually, that's kind of cool. So I don't know. I mean, the Wachowskis, or Lana Wachowski or whatever, because the other one wasn't a part of this.
They were both originally boys, right? Like guys, and then they both became transitioned to women.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Fucking crazy family. Like
crazy family, dude.
Statistically, though, that is like
they're into some weird shit, and a lot of that's in the Matrix, like the weird like BDSM and leather daddy stuff. Like that's all in the Matrix movies. Like
they got loose buttholes. Is that what you're saying? Very loose buttholes.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
I wish I had a beer bottle because
But they're just super hit or miss. Like they have been since they started. Like since post the Matrix, they did. I mean, the Matrix sequels, they did Speed Racer, which I think we all like Speed. I know Dan and I like Speed Racer.
I like that's actually probably better than the Matrix, if I had to be honest. Like,
they've done Jupiter Ascending.
I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
With Emil Hirsch, dude, Speed Racer's sick. John
I don't
Goodman.
know.
It's what's her name? The fucking chick from the family, Addams Family.
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, something about her. She looks crazy. She looks like legit crazy.
No, I mean, and they did like Jupiter Ascending, which is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. They did Cloud Atlas, which was, I wish I saw that when I was 14, because I think I would have loved it if I had saw it when I was 14.
As a man that's still stuck in my 14-year-old stage, it's okay. You know,
I know it's okay, but they're very heavy-handed. They're very like overwrought, and sometimes it works, like in the case of Speed Racer, and then sometimes it's like Jupiter Ascending, and it doesn't work at all. So we'll see what we get, man. I mean,
is this movie playing in China? Seriously, I wonder.
I don't know. Probably.
Well, that new Marvel movie, the Shang-Chi, whatever.
Yeah, because that guy, they dug up an article, they dug up an interview where that guy talks shit about China.
Yeah, but that's not the only reason they're doing.
And they're fighting with Disney because of.
Well, they had to compromise the free guy, and do you know they only make like 25%? China keeps the rest. Like they only make 25% over in China or something like that.
You mean if the movie's over there?
Yeah, they only make like 25%.
So that movie you're telling me, that trailer, that duped me. Because I thought Matrix was, I thought Neo was going to be the savior again. I was like,
I have a feeling he is not. I have a feeling they're going to shift it to be.
It's going to be a woman. It's going to be a black woman.
It's going to be
Sean,
the young Morpheus.
You don't get to. Do you know? Did you ask his fucking?
I can tell because that guy is an up and coming star that has been in like 5 movies. They're pushing hard.
And Lovecraft, wasn't he in Lovecraft?
No, that's a different dude. He was in Watchmen. He was. Who the fuck
is he in Watchmen?
Is what's his name? Fucking Mr. What's his face?
The blue guy. I just watched it.
The blue guy.
Oh, you're talking the show.
Yeah, the show.
Movie. The show's trash.
And he was in the new Candyman. He's the star of the new Candyman.
Yeah.
Is the show trash or should I watch it?
It's trash.
Watchmen? Yeah, Watchmen wasn't very. It was very whatever.
It's Mike. It literally. Okay, watch. What? It's just. It's a black people are oppressed. White people are racist. Like that's it. That's the whole show. It's
very woke. It's very woke modern politics. I think it does. You know, like it does have some nuance in there, but not enough to matter, and then it just kind of falls apart by the end. So it was very whatever.
But if you're gonna make a movie about racial ideology, racial politics, like you should at least like be representative of both sides here or something. Something. Give us something more than just like, oh, my freaking boss is in the KKK.
Well, it's come on. I mean, I don't know if we're going to devolve into a conversation with the Watchmen show, but like it's dealing with a very specific concept.
Where's the dick?
What?
Where's the dick?
They cowards.
No dong. No fucking dong.
Cowards.
Like, no dong. Like you've seen the Watchmen, right? The movie?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
With Rorschach. I just watched like the second half today, and it's freaking great. It's a great movie. It really is awesome.
Yeah, I like the Watchmen movie. But I don't think it's like not duping you in the sense that it's like, oh, it's not really going to be about what it seems, but I'm pretty sure the Neo stuff is kind of a red herring. Not to say that he's not like one of the main stars, but I think it is going to open the door for like a new trilogy or whatever, and it's going to be really focused on the young Morpheus. That's what I think. You're going to find out that like because of the notions of like red pills and blue pills, obviously they paid a lot of attention to that in the trailer. That's something they're gonna want to retcon that. I know because I know specifically that the director Lana Wachowski is like really was mad that the term red pilling got co-opted
by right wing.
I guess it was Curtis Yarvin was the first one to do it, and then Elon Musk is the one that popularized it.
Mencius Moldbug or whatever. I don't really. Honestly, I'm not interested. I'm not going to go see that one in theater probably unless I'm home or something. And everyone, I would go see it with a group of people or something.
It's on Christmas, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I'll probably be home for Christmas, so I might go with everybody. Obviously, if everyone's like, "Hey, let's go see a movie," I'll do that.
That's the only reason why I'll go because it's going to be like
By that time, we may have to show our fucking vaccination status to get into
it's going to be on HBO Max at least
it'll be like $30.
No.
No, HBO Max gets same day release. It's always
It's the last movie of that cycle that's going to be like a free to HBO Max movie.
I really hope. I know it sucks that they're doing it with Dune.
Dune's going to be on HBO Max.
No, I know, but I'm not watching that shit on regular television.
No, I'm going
IMAX.
That movie looked fucking cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we did watch the Dune trailer as well, just to clarify. And Mike says right when the trailer ends. Mike, what? Dude, I'm sorry. Were we not done with the Matrix?
No, you're good. No.
Oh, okay. Mike goes, "What is this? Some Star Wars shit?"
No. Is it connected because he was the guy's like the Emperor and like they're flying in space? I don't know. Like a lot of like the people looked like they were from Star Wars.
Because part of the plot of Star Wars is kind of lifted from Dune. That's why. Dune is a book. It's a series.
Oh, okay.
And it's from like the mid 1960s. I actually read the book that the movie's based on, or the movie's actually only like 2/3 of the book, so it's not even the whole story. So if the movie, honestly, COVID might be the best thing that happened to Dune, because if it doesn't do well, they can be like, well, fucking COVID, I guess. We'll still make part 2 though, because I don't know if that
the
movie
reviews
has
are
legs.
coming in, dude. The reviews are all saying that it's really good.
So wait,
but those are coming out of hold on. So Star Wars a little bit has some similarities. There's some parallels with Star Wars in the plot of Dune. There is.
Okay, but are there multiple books? How many books are there?
It's a whole series. I think there's like I think there's like 3 or 4 that are like the main ones, and then there's a bunch of other ones that.
Because those would be kind of fun to read, it seemed. Because that movie looked fucking cool.
It's like super hard to read. I heard.
No,
that's what I've never read it. I've heard it's hard because of all the weird names. Like they don't tell you what shit is, or maybe that was I never read the book, but maybe that was the Dune the movie. The original one was like they don't explain anything.
If you
maybe the book actually explains it.
If you want to, right now, I think on HBO Max, the original Dune is on, the David Lynch one, the one from the 80s. I actually watched it for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It's not like it's very flawed, but having read the book, like I understood what was going on, so it wasn't so bad for me. But it's a fucking like for the time, it's kind of a spectacle. You're like, holy shit! Like that's why it was such a bomb, because it is such a big, unwieldy, giant, gorgeous sets, like just crazy shit in the movie, and yeah. So
Star Trek has big treks too.
This is like fucking awesome. Like a new story. I didn't know about this shit. This is like, I love these kind of stories.
Mike is so unplugged. Mike, it's like Mike gets to discover everything. Like we're like, I feel like.
Dude, how long have you known about Dune?
Years. Literally, I've known this movie at least a year or two that I've known this. But Mike is like
how long?
Mike, you know what you're like, Mike? Mike, do you know what? Oh, forever. I've known about it, dude. I'm a fucking guy. I know things. I sometimes I feel like you're the pygmy children in the Amazon, and like I bring you like sneakers for the first time, and you're like, "What is this?"
No, it's like a great story. How often do you get to like discover a new great like that movie looked fucking cool?
Mike, you're the fucking
Not often.
you're the kid in the third world country getting photographed by National Geographic with a Hillary Clinton one shirt, like Clinton 2016 one shirt, because they have to give them to somebody, you know, so they just give them to poor black kids in the third world countries.
Third world countries, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool. I mean, the director Denis Villeneuve, I like most of what he's done so far. He did Blade Runner 2049. Which is crazy because that's another giant, big spectacle, big budget science fiction movie that bombed. So I was so shocked that they actually let him do Dune.
It bombed?
Dude, that movie bombed really hard.
Like how much money did they lose? You're talking about U.S. or what about international?
I think it made like less than its budget internationally.
Yeah,
because they bet on because they were just like, oh, it's a sequel to Blade Runner. Everybody will want to see that, not realizing that like the general public doesn't care about Blade Runner at all.
Yeah, like, that is true. A lot of people don't. Mike, you've seen the original Blade Runner, right?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, you probably only saw that
underneath the fucking rock. I know the good shit.
Mike, yes, you do. You do live underneath a rock. Don't say this to me. If I get you Madden 2021, you'll just never know anything ever again. That would if Mike had Madden, he'd be chilling.
Blade Runner 2049 made $260.5 million
worldwide.
That's
bad.
Because it was probably a movie it's probably like a $400 million movie.
You think
that movie's long too?
They paid Harrison Ford like a crap ton to be in it.
That movie's a fucking long movie.
It is. I actually don't mind it, but
I like it. I don't think it's as good as the first time I saw it. Like I loved it, and then every time I watch it, I like it a little less. But it's fucking gorgeous. It's an incredible,
beautiful movie.
It's an incredible looking flick. No doubt about that.
Well, I guess maybe he can ruin this too, and we could just go for it. But it looks fun. Okay. It looks like something new.
Yeah, the budget was estimated at $150 million for 2049, which means you have to make double your budget to make any profit. So it comes $40 million under making profit.
That's not too bad. It's not a colossal. It's not a colossal failure. I mean, that's pretty bad.
They were hoping that was going to be $1 billion movie.
This isn't fucking Waterworld, Sean. Okay.
Well, no, it's probably the equivalent of Waterworld. Actually, it's probably a good comparison. Yeah.
Well, what can you do? You can't win them all. Kevin Costner. Fucking balding, dude. Balding the whole time. And he still got the sick hair. It's so sick. I love him. I love him in that movie. Kevin Costner.
Hey, I used to love Waterworld when I was a kid, and I still do like it.
Well,
I watched it last year, buddy. I got the special edition, like deluxe. Like
I think Ryan and I tried watching it, and I was pretty messed up. And I was like, dude, is he raping this chick? Like when they, it's like that weird scene. Like what's going on here? Dude, it's like Mad Max.
It is. It's like Mad Max on the water. And Dennis Hopper, the bad guy, like he is so awesome in that movie.
I mean, how could cigarettes?
You not fucking smoking cigarettes, like giving cheers to the guy that's the Exxon, like ex-president of Exxon, like that's hanging on his wall in his big oil rig.
Yeah,
he's awesome, dude. I love that shit. I mean, it's not like
guy in the fucking oil pit.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. When they drop the match in, the eyes blows up. Oh, thank God. I love it. Fucking Dennis Hopper opens the thing and he's like, how much oil we got down there? And he's like got the little measuring stick.
Yeah.
There's so many great like little touches in that movie. It's a fun movie. I mean, I think it's unfairly derided. It's not perfect by any means, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like all those movies, Mad Max, and because like when I saw those when I was a kid, my cousin Mark showed me those movies. And so I thought they were like the coolest fucking movies.
Yeah.
Did you ever sneak them when no one else was around?
Well, I wasn't allowed to watch Waterworld or those kind of movies.
No, I know. So that's what I'm saying. So
yeah, he showed me them. We bought them at Walmart. He's like, "Oh, you never seen Mad Max?" I'm like, "No." And then he showed me that, and then he showed me Waterworld, and I thought they were like the coolest fucking movies.
Mike's lived such like he is a child from the Amazon. That is how Mike has been exposed. Like people just bring him gifts.
Most people, not everybody had like brothers that just bought movies or a dad that did that either.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like Mike is like the pygmy child. You just people just bring him gifts. He's like, what is this? He's got the lighter. He's just flicking it. He's just like, I love this shit. You know.
This is so much easier than rubbing these sticks together.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck, man? We've been lied to, man. It's all
no, but the first Mad Max, not like the original one, not the one in like the 70s, but the first Mad Max, not the Road one. What is it, Road Warrior?
Right. Well, there's the original Mad Max movies are Mad Max, and then Mad Max 2, the Road Warrior, but it was just called the Road Warrior in America, and then there's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and then Mad Max Fury Road, which is the one with Tom Hardy.
Yeah. So, well, I guess what's the one when I guess it would be the second one where he's with the little guy with the little fucking guy that hucks that fucking boomerang.
The boomerang, yeah, the feral kid, yeah, that's the second one. That's Road Warrior. That's the best one. That's the best one. All right.
Even you like that more than Fury Road?
Oh yeah. I think Fury Road and Road Warrior are pretty close, but I'd probably give the slight edge to the Road Warrior because.
John, did we see Road Warrior together in the movie theater? Who did I see that with?
No. You mean Fury Road? No, I think you were in the military.
I know I was.
That's a cool one too.
Those are my
two favorite.
The theater was awesome. It was. Oh, I saw it at the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's right. I saw it at the Alamo Draft House in San Antonio. Dude, frickin' Mike, have you ever been to an Alamo Draft House or?
Fuck yeah, Dan. I used to live by one. I used to go once a month.
Once a month. It's one time a month.
Dude, but what was your favorite movie you've ever seen in there?
In the Alamo Draft House?
Yeah.
I don't know if there was like a favorite movie, but I used to like going to the 11 a.m. ones and getting a cup of coffee and always wishing I could smoke in there. Because I always wanted to smoke in a movie theater with a cup of coffee.
You can. You can.
You can't.
It's out, but you can.
Where?
If you're alone, would they even be able to tell?
Yes.
Why?
They have ushers and stuff, Dan.
Usher.
Yeah, they like serve you.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
But my dream has always been, if I get super wealthy, I'm renting a fucking Alamo, and they're gonna play me a show at like 8 a.m. Oh, Dan, you know what my favorite movie I've ever seen in there is the Hateful Eight.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And it was early in the morning. Like I saw the first show, so it was like 10:30, 11.
That's an underrated Quentin Tarantino.
It's fucking awesome. I love that.
It really is a great movie. Do you know in that movie, The Hateful Eight, when Kurt Russell grabs that guitar and smashes it, against like the beam in the house? So they were supposed to swap the guitar out with a fake one. Because that is a real antique from like the 1800s.
Yeah, it was like 100-year-old guitar.
It was like 150 years old, and he smashes it for real. So like the guy that was the guy that's like supposed to be taking care of it for the museum, the guitar museum, wherever they got it from. It's like, what did you just do? What the fuck? Like he just smashed it. It was awesome. That's what
that kind of movie makes me miss the snow.
Yeah, I guess I know what you mean.
Dude,
like I like looking at the
here. Move here. Move up to northern Tennessee. Oh, interesting story. Sidetrack. Since we're just talking about here for a second, I got a call today, right? And so it's a company out of Huntsville, and they're like, "Oh, hey, is this Daniel so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I get a lot of weird numbers, phone calls, so I usually pick them up." And they were asking me if they could buy my house. Like they were offering me cash, right?
Yeah.
And I have no interest in selling my property, right? And they're like, well, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, hold on. I was like, how'd you get this number? I'm like, where'd you get my number from?
Yeah.
Like, how did it? And I was pissed. You don't fucking call me. Good dude. Because this is what really frustrated me. Tell me if I have a right to be frustrated. So they call me, I answer, whatever, we're talking, and I'm like, how much do you want for your house? I'm like, $300,000.
Yeah.
Like, fine. You want to do this? You want to? Okay. Because I was a little irritated, and that's when I started asking, like, I was like, okay, what's your name? What's your company? What's the company that you bought my information from? Because it's like, I just don't understand how, like, I'm not saying I can't do anything about it. But I'm setting like, do not fucking call me again because I'm a pain in the ass. That's really what I was trying to do. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, well, how much are you offering? For my house. And she's like, oh, well, I can get you to talk to the other guy. And I was like, listen, I don't know what the hell kind of fucking business model you're running. I didn't say fucking, but I was like, I don't know what kind of business model you're running, but I want to know now. And if you don't tell me now how much you want to buy my house for, then I think if you're going to be calling me trying to give an offer to me, I don't tell you how much, Like, I guess she forgot what I had already said. But I was just like, I want to know how much you're offering right this second or don't call me back. And then she was just like, oh, well, I was like, no, this is not fucking hard. Tell me. And I know it's not her fault, but I was like, take me off your damn list and don't call me again.
You Shark Tanked her. You did the hard sell.
Well, if you're going to fucking come in here and you're going to cold call somebody and not have like what my area, number,
they're just going down a list of people they have houses. Because we actually last year, maybe it was last year, maybe earlier this year, we had the same thing. We had like they were leaving shit in our mailbox. They were calling.
Oh yeah, me too.
And we said we're like, no, not really interested, and we never really talked to anybody beyond much because I don't answer like weird phone numbers, so I never really talked to them, but. because I was just like, yeah, I mean, because Sarah, my wife, asked me about it. I was like, well, if you talk to somebody, say you want $200,000, and that's it. And if they want to do that, sure, we'll sell it tomorrow.
You know, but there's a reason. There is a reason.
No, I know. Yeah,
why are they calling? What I don't understand is, if they, you know, I get my house for 160, I get, you know, 300 grand for it. Great, whatever. But there has to be a motive. For like, so like in this area, this is an up and coming area. Alabama is going to be the future of America. Like, industry's moving here, car companies are building here. Like, this is going to be like Huntsville just got this Space Command, the command base for Space Force. So like, we're talking Alabama, Northern Alabama is where it's going to be in the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah, a lot of infrastructure stuff there.
Yeah, roads are getting built, neighborhoods are going to be getting built down here. So I'm expecting my property value to go up, but that fucking pissed me off, and I have not been that mad. I usually understand when someone calls me, but now you're calling about my fucking property. Like, that pissed me off. Do I have a right to be upset? Like, where did you get my information? Why are you calling?
I've had people call me and pretend like I had called them and they were calling me back.
Weird.
And then I call them out. I'm like, I never called you, dude. I'm like, you send me a screenshot of your recent calls. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, well, how the fuck did you get my number? Don't fucking call me. I was like, what are you doing, man? What are you trying to sell? And then he got like really mad, and I said, hey, man, go fuck yourself. I just hung up the phone. So he tried to call me back and then started texting me. Like all these like go fuck yourself, buddy. Like, because I didn't let him get the last word.
Yeah. I don't know, but I like, what do you, does that, have you ever had a call like that, or like?
Yeah, I get them all the time.
Yeah, but what does it?
No, he's just curious though. Like, where do they get your information, or that you're a homeowner, or whatever? Like, how the fuck do they know
my name?
The bank has got to be selling. The people who hold your mortgage must be selling your information.
That's what I figured.
They gave me the company name. It's called LexisNexis, and I was like, I didn't have enough time to look it up. Obviously,
they're probably like a credit collection agency or something like that, right? And the bank is like, well, if these people want to buy your house, then that'll pay off the mortgage, so the bank is covered.
I get a lot of refinance companies reaching out to me.
No, they wanted to pay me cash. They wanted to come in and they wanted to.
I said, yeah, meet me here with the briefcase and I'll sign you over.
No, I didn't. I'm not doing that, because I think to me, that's shady behavior, because they know that their only reason they would come in and pay cash for this house is because they know property values are going to be maintaining here.
That's the same exact thing where I live. All the property value has been steadily raising. Like, we got this house out of a foreclosure, so we got it way under what it's worth. Even when we bought it, we got it way under what it was worth, and and they know that, and they know that like that the town is starting to develop and they're building stuff, and there's a lot of property going up, and there's a lot of people that want to move here because of commuting, because it's a smaller, nice. It's gonna end up like being like where our mom lives, like that town, because that which is just like over. It's so many people there now. It's always congested. It's always awful, but they just keep building houses. They keep adding
last time I was there was really like, I was like, well, this thing's kind of getting bigger.
I mean, to me, maybe it's just because I've been there somewhere. I don't think it's grown that much. But
oh, dude, it's crazy. Like all the housing developments.
Maybe the house. I'm just saying the city didn't seem much like.
I was just talking about the traffic.
No, that's what I'm talking. It didn't feel different to me. It always was like that. If you're on Whiskey Road, like it's always like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's gotten worse. It has.
Like, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You live there. Shit. I mean, I'll just say I don't know why that infuriated me so much, but it felt very invasive for someone to just cold call me and then start like asking about, because that's like that's not how you do things. That's not how a professional, like if you're not gonna come. You know, like a professional would come to my house or like call, like make an appointment, like try to do it. Like I would imagine it a different way. Like, and then if I ask for numbers and you don't have numbers, you don't have like quotes, you don't understand, like what is the market value and why are you calling me? Like that doesn't make sense. I just bought this house a year ago.
Because they think like 98% of people they call is like a 2-minute conversation, and then they just hang up. I mean, that's what it is. And then
they better not call
they have a list of names, and they're just cold calling people, and they say, oh, this guy owns property here. We want to buy property in this town. And then they would, if you showed interest, they would kick you to somebody that would be able to crunch numbers with you, probably.
I'm just saying, it just fucking pissed me off. You don't do that. You don't fucking call me.
It's just not done.
No, I'm a business. I'm business. If you call me, you better have fucking business with me. If you don't have fucking business with me and you want to make business with me, you better be prepared. And that's it. Done. That's not much.
Are those companies really trying to like? Yes. I thought those were just like scams.
No, I looked them up. They are. I couldn't find their. This is the weird thing. You couldn't find them on Google, but you could find them in the county webs. Like they don't have like a website, so I couldn't see like. But I could find their LLC filing and stuff, like their tax filing.
Oh, but that doesn't that even make it a little bit shadier? So
yeah,
they're like
that's
a company
what I'm saying.
inside of a. Well, they're a company inside of a company. Like that's kind of what they are.
No, they're not a company inside of the company. They just don't have a website.
Yeah, I know. But they're probably owned by some other larger entity.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Fuck them, though. Fuck them. I'm not gonna listen. This is what I'm saying. If they come in to give me cash, that means my house is worth more. They're just trying to take the burden off.
Yeah, they'll be able to flip it. Yeah, they know that. Even if it takes them a year, they'll get $50,000 more than you bought it for.
And I'm gonna get. Probably, if I do what I got to do here, I'm gonna get more than I'll get an extra 40 or 50.
Well, actually, if you were to go refinance or to go look at the value of your home, I assume it's already gone up, even just because of the recent inflation.
I'm not gonna refinance.
No, I'm just saying, if you were to, I think you would find out that your house is probably worth like 20 or 30 grand more than you bought it for.
Oh God, no! I would say probably at least 10, but 20 or 30, dude. 20.
Dude, if you look, just because Sarah and I all the time like look at houses and shit like for the future where we want to move, we try to figure stuff out. So over the past like year and a half, we've steadily been looking at homes, and you see all of the prices for everything has gone up. I would say probably what you said, like 10 to 30, depending on where it is, depending on your proximity to stuff. And where you live, Dan, you actually live like
prime time.
No, but you live right in the heart. But it's because it's off to the side. It's like in a little neighborhood, but it's actually connected to the larger like apparatus of where you live.
It's like as close as you can get to where it's not bad. It's as close as you can get to where it doesn't feel like you're there. You know what I mean? It's nice. Mike, it's kind of like you.
Real estate's pretty fun though.
Do what?
Looking at real estate. Like what
fun.
Sean's been doing?
It
like
can
looking at houses.
It's exciting. It's also depressing.
Yeah, it is at the same time. It would be a lot fun if you had the funds to buy.
Dude, but what happens, sometimes you find like the perfect thing and it is just out of your reach and it's a little frustrating. Like
nothing's out of your reach.
Dude, there's a house that like would be like the perfect future home for the Deegan clan, for my little Deegan clan, and it's not going to happen today. So we're going to keep our eye on it. Hopefully it'll stay on the market for a little while. But
God, no, dude, that thing's gone. Dude, Brian,
it's like
Brian.
It's
looking, dude. 24 hours.
Yeah, but
average staying on the market.
Oh yeah, well they're also looking at like not what Sarah and I are looking at.
You're talking about poor people homes.
We're looking at poor people homes. They're looking at like they want like a prefab home. Like that's what they want.
Well, I don't know. I mean, because there is,
like everything all nice and done.
Yeah, like a brand new, like it's like you move into a development and all the houses are kind of the same, one of 3 layouts, and they've all just been built.
Oh no, Ryan hated that. I thought
Ryan does not want that at all. Ryan does not want a development. He wants a little bit of land, and he wants to be in like a decent sized house. That's what he wants.
I know, but like if you look at. From what I understand, I'm hearing this is secondhand information. We're gossiping right now.
Don't trust the wife.
Based on his wifey, what their standards are, they could only actually find in a development. And I don't there's been some houses they could buy that need a little attention, and they're good deals, and they're in nice neighborhoods. Like there's 2 houses where in my mom's neighborhood, which is a perfect neighborhood to have a family and
dude,
stuff like
those
that.
are not cheap. Those are not
but
cheap.
there are two that need a little attention, need some little bit of fixing up that are well within their reach.
Do you know Mom's trying to work some magic because Justin's old house is going up for sale.
Going up again. It's way more than that guy bought it for now.
Oh yeah.
That guy did a ton of work though, dude. It's
he did a really good job. Hey, that would be kind of funny,
What, Ryan moves into that one?
Hey man, I don't know. I mean, if it would be funny.
If Sarah and I could afford that house, we would buy it.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice house. You just got to live with the ghost of Justin.
The dead kid's ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, I got.
You don't want to start a trend there, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and that's what sucks about buying a house because, like, sometimes you'll find the perfect one, but it's just right out of your price range. You're like, man, if you could just give me an extra $20,000 on the loan, be fucking perfect here.
Yeah, and it's always worth shooting your shot. You miss every shot you don't take, so it's always worth like going to the real estate company and be like, would they take $50,000 less than they're asking? Like, how bad do they want to sell this thing?
Yeah. Right now, you're not going to be able to do that, but
no. This is literally the worst time to buy a house.
No, it is. It is the worst time to buy, but it's actually. Well, there's arguments. It depends on. You have to have two motivations, or the two reasons that could differentiate between buying now or buying later. If you're going to buy now, you should probably plan to be there for the next 15, 20, 30 years. Like because you're getting a low interest rate. You're going to be good to go. But if you're like, hey, but if I don't give a shit about paying 10, 15% interest, and I know I'm only going to be here 5 years, you're probably going to want to wait a year, wait until things like die down.
Yeah.
There's going to be a shortage of, it's going to be a buyer's market because everyone's going to be trying to sell, or all these new homes are popping up. Price is going to get driven down. So you'll get something that costs like $250 for $190, $200, but you'll have a 10% or 8% interest rate.
Yeah.
So it will suck, but if you're only like, I'm going to be here for 5 fucking years, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my next house, I want to build a house.
Yeah,
you should.
I mean, you could do it, yeah.
Yeah, I just been thinking about all this remodel. I'm just like, dude, I just want to fucking build my own house. I can design it the way I want it.
That's the good thing about what you're doing. You're cleaning the place up you'll be able to probably get 30% more than you bought it for, and then you'll be able to be in a better position to go buy a nice piece of property, and then
that's what I want to do. And I'll just live in a camper for like 3 years and build the fucker.
How much did you pay for your house?
Like 132.
That's pretty damn good. So 132, and with all this stuff you're doing, dude, I don't see how you're not going to get more. Like, you're gonna new roof.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get way more. Like when they sent me like the refinance thing, it already said it was worth like 180. That's what they wanted to refinance me at.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Which when they got there, it might go down a little bit because they always do the estimations. The estimations are a little bit
probably
higher.
Will go down a little bit.
But you would definitely you were definitely in a good position to make some money off of it.
That's what I want to do, and I want to just buy a lot of land, and I'll live in a camper. I don't care.
Yeah,
and then it may take a while to build a house, but if you could build a house without owning anything on it, it'd be pretty nice.
It would. Not gonna lie. Seems like a good deal.
Fucking nice.
I mean, I think you should. You don't even need plumbing. You just need an outhouse and a bucket. You're good.
No, a camper has plumbing in it.
And a trough. You just need a trough to wash the kids.
I lived like this before. It's fine.
With 3 kids.
Like I said, the pick-me. He's the little Amazon pick-me guy. Here, young man. Here's young man.
Do you want like the plumbing they have nowadays with like camper toilets and we'd be fine.
You're gonna be like one of these like people that I watch YouTube videos of these people that live in converted buses. They're like, oh, it's great. Look, I just all the kids sleep in here, and we just roll out the beds and we push them into this little cupboard thing, and it's nice.
Yeah, but why not? I mean, that's how people used to live. Like, that's how people used to build. People just used to build their own fucking homes and just start off and
that's true.
Rough it for a while, and
Well, I think it's the aspect of our culture that's probably the worst is got to have it now. I mean, look at Joe Biden, for example. Like, that's an aspect of our culture. You must take the vaccine now. Like, and you're like, yo, chill, dude. I just want to live my life, man. Let's be peaceful, Wasabi. Like this fucking crazy bastard. But I think that's part of our culture that has come from. Sean and I watched a video called Cave. It's about kayfabe and the expected growth obligations of companies and like of our lives. Like we are always expect like to never have a down year, to never have a bad year in a business, or like as far as like employees, they always expect to get paid the same. That's why the minimum wage is bad, because like sometimes wages need to go down, like because the economy says so.
Yeah,
You know?
well, they just bullshit their way, and they manipulate things to make it look like they're not actually like suffering because of the market. Like it's just it's artificial, and it'll burst that, and it has to end at some point.
Well, no, but I think it does. It has burst. 2008 was an example. These are release pressure.
For sure. Yeah,
but it's only kicking the can down the road. So honestly, we'll see what happens. But I think the fiat currency, I don't know if that's the future, man. I think Bitcoin might be better. We'll see. And we might even go back to some sort of gold standard in the next 100 years. Who knows?
I think Bitcoin probably is, in some ways, is going to be the future. Something like Bitcoin. I don't know if it'll be specifically be Bitcoin, but it'll be cryptocurrency. Because banks are already getting involved with it. There's already starting. The regulation is starting. They're going to just turn it into a legit form.
Well, the Fed coin is coming out.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys, just back to the mortgage thing, do you guys have any like plans to like try to pay off your mortgages quicker than quicker than the 30 or 15 years?
Yeah, I'm trying to go for, I don't want to pay. I'm not going to live in this house forever. My goal, because if I live here for 5 years, I won't even pay off the interest. Technically, like, because most home loans, all interest is front loaded.
Yeah.
So like you're paying all your interest off. It takes most people 15 years to even like get past the interest. So it'll probably take me. I'm paying. I think I'm going for 160. I think my final will be like 220 at 3%, 2.5% interest. So it's going to take, it's like how much money am I, so that's why it's good with inflation and everything that I can sell my house for more later, hopefully. The price will inflate and then I'll be able to, make a little bit of something. But
are you trying to get to the point where you have no mortgage?
At this moment, not this moment. No, I mean, someday, that'd be nice, yeah. I don't have a mortgage.
I'm trying to get there.
Well, as of right now, no, because we don't plan on living here, and we're in a like not in a normal situation because we got this house for so cheap. Even when we refinanced the house and our mortgage went up a little bit, we're still like in the black on the house. We still don't owe as much as it's worth. So we were like, okay, well, we can do this. We can get some money. We put some of the money back into the house.
Are you really planning on having another kid? Are you really seriously thinking about it?
Yeah.
Like 1 out of 10. What are you at? 10 yes, 1 no.
6.57.
6.5. I mean, this is the question. This is something to really think about, and this is something that I've been pondering on. Why expand? Like why? I guess, and I'm not. This is no judgment. Like seriously, I think this is part of our culture that we have to ask ourselves. Like, why expand the home when you have 3 rooms? So you're probably not gonna have more than 2 kids, right? Like I would say you guys are pretty hesitant, like a little bit towards even a second one, slightly.
Well, that's more me. It's more me. I am the hesitant one.
Well, right, but like I think this idea of, because think about it, families, you still have multi-generational living together, and like homes were passed down,
sure,
and stuff. Like it makes me think, and I heard Brett Weinstein and Heather Hine talk about this. Like, what about that internal expansion? Because we're such materialistic creatures. Like, why do you need a bigger house?
Well,
why do we need a new car? Why do we need this, that, or the other when we could just focus on what we have and make that better? I guess.
For me, it's not about if this house would be fine for me to live in, but I want fucking more land.
Yeah, but why do you want more land, I guess?
Why? Because I want more privacy. I want to be able to do more things on it. I want to have animals. I want to, I want to have like my own little.
Do you get my
homestead.
question though? Do you get my?
Yeah,
question?
I get your question, but for me, mine's not about like a bigger house. Like this house, like maybe a little bit bigger, but I don't need much bigger than this. I don't need like a huge house. I kind of.
The question is, Sean, you could pay off your house in a couple years, like 5-10 years, if you guys really cracked at it, because it's so cheap. And you would have no mortgage, and then you guys got a new AC. So I'm just like wondering. I'm like, why would you want to expand and then take on more debt when you have an opportunity to be out of debt quicker than most people in their entire lives? Like most people, that's their college debt.
Well, I know that. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know. It's just basic creature comforts, I guess. Like it's really not that even that. I don't know. It's not that deep for us. It's just like I think our house. We feel like it's just like if our house was like if we had like 300 or 400 more square feet, I don't think we would feel better about it. But we just feel cramped, and then if we want to have another kid, this house would be hard to have like two teenagers in. Like it just would be tough for like just for privacy and stuff like that.
Fuck them.
And because we are
for yourself, Dan. I don't think you realize for yourself too.
We're in a unique position where we can get out from under this without it being a big of a deal, and the plan is also to be able to have so much money to put down that we kind of will be in the same place that we are now. So
question. I don't understand why you're not selling your house right now, because this is the highest the market's going to be.
Well, because it doesn't matter.
Because I got to find somewhere to live, and if all the market is inflated, it doesn't matter. I don't actually have more value. It's not. I don't actually have more money.
No, but you could literally go get, because you have to think about it, how much you'll have over. So if you got it for 75 and you could sell the house for 175, you got $100,000 cash capital.
We don't have. It's not going to ever. It probably. Well, at least not right now. I know how much the house is worth.
How much is the house worth at this moment? Like, so you had a bank.
It's like 130,000. We had a bank came out.
Yeah,
right before the inflation stuff started happening.
So it's more now.
It is more now. But we were like quoted basically at 118.
Okay, so let's say 130.
But we know it's basically 130, 135. Like that's really what it would be. We could sell it and probably sell it for like 130, 125.
I think you'd be shocked. I bet you could get over the asking. Like if you put it up for 135, 140, people are offering like $50,000 cash over.
Yeah, but now he's got to find somewhere. He's got to enter into the market.
Move back in with mom. He can have all the shit he wants, dude. You'd be chilling.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
I
love that. Me, Sarah, Mom, Gisela.
How many PlayStation 5 do you think you could get with 50 G's? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real.
I'd be on eBay tomorrow.
I don't know.
I just because like it's just because we talked about that. We definitely talked about that. We're just like, but it doesn't matter because all the houses that we want are also moving up in price. Like we're just in the same place. We could not replace this house for that money anymore.
This is what I'm saying. You're never going to be able to unless you find another foreclosure. Well, I'm telling you, when the market crashes,
we're not in a hurry, dude.
I'm just saying, but when the market crashes and there's a bunch of foreclosures, there you go. There's your move. There's your mark.
That's probably what we'll do because we're not in a hurry.
But your house probably will sell for 115.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in a hurry. We basically are like, it'll be like 5 or 6 more years in the house, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, but like, I guess, I don't know,
That's
man.
my goal too.
I just been really thinking about like, why does it always have to be now? I guess like, why is everything?
Mine's not now. Mine's like 5-6 years, and I'm done. I don't want to move fucking again. I want to move one more time, and that's it.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the new frontiers out here, and you guys, if like Texas is.
I'm not going to Texas.
Listen to me. Texas is the scam.
That's
the scam. Tennessee, Northern Alabama is where it's at.
Texas is about to be LA, like California 2.0. Like that's what's happening there. It's already happening there. I don't remember. It was like a TikTok video or something. Somebody just driving downtown Austin. And all the fucking homeless people that are like lining the streets. And we're not even talking about off to the side. They're like in the middle of a fucking underpass where on the either sides of it are bars and restaurants. And there's a tent city in the fucking middle of it. You're just
what would you do with these fucking homeless people though? What do you just shoot them?
You gotta wash them. You got a big hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take them to that.
No, obviously not. I don't know what you do with them. I don't.
No, listen,
I don't want to live near them.
Just call them relocation internment.
I mean, we could have had all these. Imagine all the vaccine testing we could get done if we just scoop these people up and put them in vans. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's the idea of the instant commodity society. Like everything has to be commodified. Everything has to be now. And I think when it comes down to like these homeless people, they just want to like live on the edge of life at all times, and I respect it.
Well, because a lot of them have mental illness or drug addicts. Like there's a lot of.
I never met any of them. No, dude, they're probably just people that just want to hang out.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think you need to meet more homeless people.
I meet plenty of homeless people, dude. I'm like, "What up, Rick?" He's like, "What up, Rick?" You know, and you're like, "Oh, man, what's going on?"
Yeah, I need my crack.
Like when the dude with the flute when we were in Savannah, the dude had an American flag, fucking tank top on, playing like American songs like from the Revolution. It sounded like the Patriot and shit. You're like, what the fuck? And then this white woman walks up, and this is all from them explaining it to me because it was behind me. I was so fucking messed up that I was like entranced by this guy's story he was telling. We went on a ghost walk thing, and they fucking went and like I guess he was sword fighting and like pushing her and shit, and like it was awesome, dude. And honestly, homeless people it's great. It's like entertainment for like, we get to laugh at them, spit, and just shame them,
Yeah, until you're the person that gets fucking domed.
Yeah, but then guess what, dude, Sean? That's part of the fun. You don't know when you're next, right?
Life is cool because it's dangerous.
And I think that's going to be the most interesting. I really do believe you guys are fucking up. Florida's going to get way too populated. It already is pretty heavily populated. Maybe not your area.
I don't want to live in Florida forever. This is just where I am right now.
Come here. This is the future.
I will have to visit Dan to see it first. I can't
listen. I'm going to explain. Alabama is about 25 years behind everybody else in almost everything. Like, but do you know how petty it is in Alabama? Okay, you want me to tell you some crazy shit? So, like, it was Pride Month, right? Pride Month, okay? Pride Month. And this is in one of the most liberal spots besides, like, Birmingham in Alabama and Mobile. They fucking... So, with kids, they did the giant pride flag. They chalked it out or whatever. Fire department came. Just clean that shit off the street. Dude, it's like crazy down here, man. Like, they don't fucking, like, they like there's not like the racism thing. I don't see that. I mean, I just don't notice it, I guess. I don't really think of it that way. But yeah, dude, they're like 20 years behind everyone. This is like 1995 maybe. It's like 1995 here. Like for the rest of the country, it's like 1995 here. So like what I'm saying is like all the bullshit like is gonna take longer to happen here. And what Alabamians really do get, and they're really smart. You gotta get They slow roll it, whether it was slavery, racism, because they just want to see what happens out there first. They let the country experiment, and they're like,
well, we don't want to give this up just yet if we don't have to.
No, it's not give up. It's let's just see how it plays out.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to give up. They don't want to get like, whoa, let's not be hasty. People could be racist again in 20 years. Let's just wait this out.
No, I think it's from the perspective of, like, dude, you can't. Like some of the laws here blow my mind. Like I can't even. What was one of them? There was one of them I heard. I was like, "That's a law." Like, dude, like you can still get arrested for like a little bit of weed in Alabama. Like,
yeah,
like go to jail.
Oh, you can everywhere, Dan. Most places.
No, most places not anymore. No, not in South Carolina, not in Georgia.
It's not a federal crime.
It's been decriminalized. It's a ticketable offense now. Under an ounce.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's a ticketable offense. It's a ticketable.
Under a certain amount.
Under an ounce.
An ounce is a fuck ton. If you're buying more than an ounce, you are probably distributing. That's a good. For your average person, an ounce of weed is like.
What if you What if you're like a Costco guy? You just like to have bulk supplies.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
An ounce is a bulk supply. I mean, like you're fucking chilling. Like you're chilling.
Is it really?
Sean, an ounce is a good amount.
Yeah, I think it's quite a bit.
I mean, I'm no doctor.
Sean, okay, if you're looking at like an ounce of water, now the molecules are super spread apart, right? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. I just honestly, I've never been a weed guy, so I've never like gone out and bought weed, so I don't know what anything looks like. I mean, I've seen like a dime bag, stuff like that, but
like there was a guy, he had a medical marijuana card from Florida. He was in Alabama, had it in the capsule and like in the prescription bottle. Yeah. Got arrested. He's got to go to jail.
That sucks.
He got convicted. Like Army veteran.
Wow.
Like PTSD. They're like,
why the fuck would I want to move to Alabama then?
Well, what? Dude, we got Delta 8, dog. It's still free out here somewhat.
These fucking goons out there.
No,
Goon Squad. How can you live in Alabama? Aren't you outraged all the time?
All the time. But all I'm thinking is like, oh, God, I don't have to put up with any of the other bullshit. I would rather put up with like some jerk-off cops than a bunch of homeless people.
Oh, no, for sure.
A bunch of like dumb, crazy shit like, Antifa. Like if I had to put up with I'm going to tell you right now, I would be a Proud Boy probably down there. Like I would be like, we're going to war.
Dude, imagine if you had stayed in Portland for like 6 more months. Dude, you were on the edge.
Dude,
I
literally got out like what 6 months before that shit started.
Not even really. But no, Antifa was there. That was already happening.
Yeah, they were already there. But when the escalation happened, what? So when did you move to Alabama? 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, so fall 2019, basically. Mm-hmm. And then you bought this house a year and some change. Year and 2 months later. And then COVID happened, and then all that shit happened. Yeah, dude, you were like...
Yeah, I was on the...
Oh, I guess a year. So you were like a year...
I was saying, like, they were still beating people up. You got to remember all the stuff that happened before COVID. That stuff had been going on for a long time with the prayer group.
Yeah.
Gibson and all those guys. But it obviously escalated to a new level.
You got accosted for wearing your hat, right?
Yeah, for wearing my fucking military cap, It is what it is.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
That's when I first became an anarchist.
That's where the seed was planted.
The police are looking down at me as I'm getting beaten, and they're just like, fucking scum. No, but I honestly, and most of this is conjecture and joke, I do think the guy, because he technically brought it across state lines, that's really what the big problem was.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the reason why is they're a lot slower down here. So, like, you come downtown here, it's like the 1980s still.
Yeah, but that's just that's the experience of moving from up north down south. Like even when I moved to South Carolina the first time, I was like,
we didn't really go out much when you were here, but you saw it. Like well, we didn't go out. I mean, like we didn't go out.
I used to go to bars. I worked at a bar. I worked downtown.
Oh, I'm talking when you came here.
Oh yeah, when I went,
it's even more slower there, Sean, than it is for fucking...
No, I know. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you're saying that, like, I remember that experience of going from like New Hampshire, Massachusetts to fucking South Carolina and be like, what the fuck? Like this
it's so weird when you drive into this area because you're literally like driving down an interstate and then it just pops up. Like everything just goes, and there you are.
Big, like it's like big open country, and then it's like a city up on the hill. It's like weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. But what a good time. What a great time. I'm so glad I don't have my old ass driveway. I fucking hated that driveway with all my heart, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. Dan used to live in a shoebox. Actually, if you watch the early episodes of the show, you were there.
My house, basically. Yeah. Except like 2 corner rooms, and that was it, and that kitchen. And then I think back fondly on that place, dude. It was a nice little place for a year, and I was a loyal tenant. I paid. I did my, I was a good fucking tenant. Like I did my shit. Like I think a guy really appreciated it because down in that area wasn't like the nicest.
No.
It was all right.
Would you say? I mean, it's a lot. It's like working class, poor, and then drug addicts.
Yeah, chilling. They're cool people.
It's like right before they were homeless is where they go. They go live on that street.
Just can't give them money. That's like the thing. You just can't give some people money. Like this is what it is. Hey man, my cousin got locked up, man. I need $20, man.
Wow, Dan, the senior in Alabama is pretty fucking nice.
It is nice. It's nice over there.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't even know. You go 20 minutes out here, you're like 30 minutes.
But you guys got like real farmland and like trees, not like fucking. I live in like a swamp almost.
No, it's like you like it, Michael.
Southern Alabama. You're talking about southern. That's Mobile. That's like flat. There's like that's like 0 feet, elevation. Go check out. Dude. Type in fucking Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Florence, Alabama.
No, yeah. I'm just looking at pictures of farms and land.
Dude, look at Killen. That's like farmland, like small town living, killing Tennessee. It's like 20 minutes from 30 minutes from. But yeah, dude, this is the Great Migration. So you guys need to get on over here, dude. I'm telling you, sell your house, come move to Alabama. We'll be chilling. The schools suck, but we'll homeschool them. I'll be teacher. We'll be his shop teacher. You know?
Yeah, we'll just all be teachers.
We all live off my VA money. It will be fine.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
will.
yeah.
I have 200 rice. I'm buying a whole cow.
Dan,
next.
you're gonna have to like adopt our kids so you can claim them on your VA there.
I can't do that, Mike.
You get even more money, Dan.
Yeah, you get more money so you can fucking help us out.
And set it online, Mike. So now it's here forever, and now we're going to investigate.
No, of course, we straight scamming. What are you talking about? Yeah, and then Michael and I and everybody, we just slowly, we just disappear one day. Like, well, buddy, you fucking sign on the dotted line. Good luck. Good luck to you, sir.
No, I'm telling you, I really do believe in this place. I actually do, because it is slow, dude, and it's going to be the spot. This part of the country is going to be the hot spot in the next, 20, 30 years. This is going to be it.
That's possible for sure.
The best
Why
climate.
do you think that's gonna be it and the other places aren't?
Best climate in the United States outside of California is probably arguably the best. It's always nice. They're all year round. But here, you don't get frigid temperatures, but you still get snow. You're not getting below zero. You'll get maybe 28, 24. Maybe you get
Because I like all the seasons, Dan. I don't like California weather all the time.
But would you want to move back to New England, Michael?
No, but I would want to move to Colorado if it was fucking.
Oh. Dude, listen. I've lived in Colorado, bro. Or Colorado. I won't say in Colorado. Northern Colorado. I've lived near. It's cold, boy.
Yeah, I don't mind the cold.
Oh boy,
You think your lady, the Florida bunny, is gonna be down for Colorado
No,
weather?
she's not. She's not. But
Tennessee's easy to sell. Tennessee, because it's mild winters, it's super nice summers.
I need a winter, Sean. I need fucking a winter for Christmas. This is bullshit.
Mike,
get a fucking snow machine. Get a fucking thing where you could get blocks of ice and blanket your yard.
Dude.
I don't know. I like the snow. I like storms.
I love the snow, but I've also been brutalized.
I like the heat too.
Okay,
I like the fucking heat.
Well, this is the best spot. That's what I'm telling you. 90s to 95, very rarely gets over 100 degrees. Humidity's pretty good, usually in the maybe 60s, 70s. You have humid days like anywhere else, but your summers are really manageable. The falls are beautiful right now. Do you know what it was today? It was 80 degrees, man.
Well, Dan, I'm going to come up there and visit, and we'll see. But I'm about 5 to 8 years from moving anyways.
But listen, that's where you're wrong, okay? That's where
It's
you
not
need
where
to.
I'm wrong. It's just how I set up everything.
Listen, you need to bounce. Florida's about to
You
get crazy.
just said it's not all about right now.
No, but it is. Because this for me. I would love for you guys to live near me. It would, because this is I planted the seed for the family to come move here. I'm getting mom on board.
Oh,
Mom's
really?
coming. Yeah, she's gonna sell her house. I'm like, you're gonna live in my backyard in a tent, and you're gonna pay me $1,000 a month, cover my bills. I got carried away.
In that garage. Come on.
Yeah, no, I gotta take. I have to. That's gonna cost a lot though to get that garage taken down, and then I have to level out because it's gotta. When you come, you'll see. You can tell me because.
Okay, but no, but I'm really 5 to 8 years, and then we're gonna move somewhere.
Fair enough. I mean, all right, dude. Well, you'll be missing out on this great weather, this great times, living high.
That's how I'm set up right now.
Yeah, but
I
even
understand.
5 to 8 years in the big scheme of things is not even that long.
It's just it's a waste of life. That's all it is.
You'll blink and that shit's over.
I don't know. I actually Alabama gets a bad rap, dude, but it's sick because one, you're automatically, if you're from the Northeast, you're already in the top high intelligence scale. You're already up there. You surpass them all.
Dude, I've been to Walmart there. You ever see the movie Idiocracy?
Dude,
that's how it feels.
Dude,
you walk in
you're
there
automatically
you're
I'm
just
hot here. I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm sexy. I give a shit about my body. I smoke cigarettes and I do jujitsu, but that's more than anybody else. People wake up here. People wake up popping 24 or the whole or like a liter of Mountain Dew. Like that's what they do. Instead of having a cup of coffee,
Percocets and Mountain Dew.
dude.
Sounds like fucking West Virginia.
Yeah.
It is. It is kind of. But like that's what I'm saying. But West Virginia is going to be an untapped. That's going to be another place that's going to expand and explode. Because people are going to be leaving the cities, the more conservative people, they're going to go build their own cultures, their own infrastructure.
That's what's happening with all like these little towns. Everybody that works in metropolitan areas is moving out because you have a generation of people that are my age, and I guess your guys' age as well, that are now entering professional spaces and having families. And you can't really, it's hard to sustain a family in a city. So a lot of people will end up commuting and they move like 45 minutes to an hour outside of it.
More family-oriented reason why we're seeing this mass migration, or is it the combination of like?
I think it's a natural thing.
I think it's also technology too. Like people can even move farther out now.
Yeah, that's true.
And still have internet and still be connected.
Elon Musk turns off your Starlink for talking shit about Tesla. You know,
dude. If when that happens, dude, if I can have high-speed internet like out in the boonies, I would move out in the middle of fucking.
Me too. Fuck yeah, I can't wait.
So do you think? So the question is, do people just want to be left alone? I think that's probably what most people want. Even if you're a crackhead, like even if you just want to be left alone and do your crack, that's all you want to do. Just be left alone and do your crack.
Oh, I mean, usually though, if you become a drug addict, you become like almost dependent, and you become a real problem. You become a pariah. You become a leech.
Oh, really, man? That's pretty dehumanizing language, Sean. That's how you put people.
Have you ever known drug addicts?
Yeah, Sean, I have. Okay.
Well, then how do they operate?
Yeah,
they don't want to be left alone.
What you do is you just talk them into suicide. So you just take care of yourself. It's like a self-cleaning problem. I'm kidding.
Until the government takes care of it, yeah, of course. With their giant hose and their vans.
Hose, vans, and M4s. Just.
Is that what they would do in Alabama? A homeless guy sitting on a stoop. The fire department just comes out and they spray it down just like that flag.
They
say, "Get out of here."
You have boxes. People donate. All the churches go around, and so they're like they look like post office boxes, kind of, and they just open them and it's just free food. And then they go in the woods and fuck off. Like that's what they do.
Yeah, and is Alabama like kind of like a town that you see in like the Sandlot, the movie?
Yes. Just like that's where I live, right, Sean? Take out Walmart. Take out Walmart and just like
it's not. It is not quite that quaint, but,
my neighborhood's not.
It's got a sense of that, yeah.
If you go up to Florence,
so it's just like a good old American town. Kids out there fucking chucking baseball.
Yes, all day, all
really?
day. Sean, yes.
I mean, I would say like
Sean answers. He doesn't live here.
No, but what I mean is that like, kids can run around without being scared of like something happening to them.
No, dude. It's just like last night I had to grab my gun. Right, I hear some shit. Someone knocked on my door. Some people are screaming outside in front of my house. I walk out, and it's just a lady and her husband were yelling at each other. No one hit my door. That's what I thought.
Oh, the neighbors?
Yeah, they were just yelling. I went to check it out. And then I said, she's alive. So I said, good luck. And I just went back inside, It's what it is.
Like a Sandlot town.
It's like a real hard working class town. Like they just want to be people just want to be left alone. People come out every Sunday. We all meet at 9 a.m. It's like we don't even talk about it. 9 a.m. and we all mow our lawns. Sometimes we'll have beers with each other. We'll bullshit, like just hang out, like some of the dads and stuff. And, I tell them I have a job, and.
You say you work from home. You're an entrepreneur.
I do. It's true. It is the truth.
It's always a good go-to. You'd be like, I do stuff on the internet. I write and stuff.
I just say I'm a website developer.
I got a podcast.
I help manage and edit a website, which is not entirely lying when it comes to ASC. So, but anyway, so like sometimes we just bullshit, but it's nice. Like everyone just kind of like we've got the old guy that lives right over here for me. We go like we're actually gonna go sand his house next week. We got some sanders and some stuff to repaint his house.
Getting into your neighbors.
Yeah,
I'm taking out there fucking doing labor, dog.
Yeah, the guy's like 80 years old. His wife died last year, so like we're all just stepping up. Like that's what we do.
Yeah, but that's the same thing I do in my neighborhood. I mean, I got mine. How
did you guys get that correlation?
I have my neighbor, and just like there was an old couple, and her husband was kind of bedridden. He actually just passed away a couple of weeks ago, but Since we've moved here, I've mowed her lawn and I do all that shit for her. I just go over and do it.
But you do.
She hooks me up with some fresh eggs. She got chickens.
Yo, you got any weed?
Oh, that's fucking best right there.
Whenever I mow her lawn, she drops off a dozen eggs.
Where's but like this is what I'm talking about. Is this like it feels so good to be like
some dickering right there. Sean's fucking over there dickering, not even telling us. That's a true. Sean, what you're doing? That's dickering. Right up.
Pass the test.
Well, she offered me money, and I said no, I don't want any money because she's just still working. She's an old woman. She's in her 60s. She still has a job, and she still works, goes to work every day and stuff. I was like, no, I don't need any money. I'm more than happy to do it. She's like, well, can I give you something? Can I give you some eggs? I got chickens. I always have extra eggs. I was like, okay, that's cool. Sure.
Well, super nice of her. I think she's just buying them from work and giving them to someone.
I'm going broke giving this guy eggs.
Yeah, these eggs are gold, man. I have been. It's actually really good for mental health to get to know your neighbors. You feel more comfortable. You you can go to somebody if you're in trouble, if you have a question about something in the neighborhood. And there's this new app called like What's Neighbor or something. It's like Neighbor, so like you can talk to each other on there. I haven't gotten it, but they're all on it.
Yeah, I think I'm on. I think I'm part of the Facebook group, but I'm not actually have the app. But yeah,
like barbecues, dude. Sometimes you get invited to go to a barbecue. You guys just go over, have a couple burgers, hang out for an hour. Do your thing, and
it's cool. It's good to know the people that you live around because if something happens or whatever, you have each other's back. Like even though I don't really care for one of my neighbors, I don't really like him, but I would never but I'm friendly with him. We're cordial and we wave. We say, "What's up? Hey, how you doing? Doing good. Cool. All right. See you later." But I know that guy, if somebody was trying to break into my house or something, that guy would be there.
Exactly.
And vice versa. Same,
All right. Listen. You guys saw the pictures I sent. Saw the paintings I bought. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fucking sick. I'm just saying. I think I have the eye, dude. I have the taste. I have amazing taste. I do. When I look at what I have, oh, beautiful.
Listen to this guy.
I'm telling you, I have amazing taste. Do you see these art behind me? All chosen by moi. All me. All
right, let me see here. I can bring up the picture if it'll load.
Nah, dude, it's fucking legend shit. I love these pictures. When I saw them, I had
one of them.
Yeah, Mike only likes one of them. The Valley Forge one.
Well, I got whatever one you sent me on Signal.
Tell me, so look, on the right, that's Ted Bundy, and on the left is the mayor of Halloween Town from Nightmare Before Christmas.
What, they look like that? Who are they supposed to? Who are they really?
You know who they are, right?
Is that Richard Nixon and
FDR?
FDR.
The two most powerful presidents in U.S. history.
And Dan's just got him over his,
man. They were evil bastards.
He's got him over his bed now. He sleeps underneath him.
I'm so excited to get these. I talked him down from 200 to 130. I was hyped.
Poor starving artist. It's like, yeah, let me pay you less for your work, dog.
No, not pay him less. We came to terms, and I said, don't be bitch made, dude. Do you want to eat today or what?
Want to get that Cracker Jack? Huh? You like Cracker Jacks? Think that shit's free?
All right, let's so we got a few minutes left here. Let's just talk about it very quickly. How do you guys feel about the vaccine mandates?
Do you want to go, Mike, or do you want me to go?
You can go first. I'll go a second.
Okay. Obviously, I think it's awful. It's a giant overreach. I think I am happy to see the immediate response was so negative, and that a lot of people are already have plans to take it to court. So that was at least heartening, and it's really funny too because some of the even the federal workers, it's not all. It's if you're part of the U.S. Postal Office, you're exempt. If you're,
they reverted on that. That's not true.
Did they? When?
I heard they did that night. It was a secret. According to White House staff, I don't know if this is true. I saw according to White House staff that is not accurate. That they are not. They are doing that. They're mandating it, but it did come out today that Congress and their staffers do not have to be vaccinated. That does not apply to them.
And the argument was because Biden doesn't have control of that branch of government. They're not supposed to interact that way, which is probably true. But everybody was like, he doesn't have the fucking authority to do what he's doing anyways. What the fuck are you talking about? He just knows that those people would say no.
So
we wouldn't get away with it. So he's doing the same thing with this that he did with the eviction moratorium shit.
Yeah.
Where he's thrown it out there. He knows it's unconstitutional. He knows it's going to get slapped down most likely. But it makes it look like he did something. So now he's going to be able to turn to the psychos that make up his base, the sycophants that are left, and he's going to be like, "I tried, guys. I tried."
I know, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, but
actually, Ron DeSantis had like a little 3-minute response earlier today, and it was perfect. It was the perfect response because Joe Biden takes zero fucking responsibility for anything that has happened on his watch since he's become president.
What did he say?
What do you mean? He just blames everybody else. He's just
no. What did Ron DeSantis say about it?
That's what Sean's saying. What Sean's saying right now.
He says that Joe Biden takes no responsibility for anything, and he thinks that he can go and that's some bold shit on national television to say that this isn't about your freedoms, and if governors of states get in my way, I will I'll get them out of my way. I'll push them aside.
I'll find a way to get rid of them. I think the really thing is, I think it was Adam Carolla or someone said this. They said, "Oh my God, Joe Biden talked tougher to the American people than the Taliban."
Well, you know what also just came out today too about the drone strike they did.
Yes, the drone strike
They killed an aide and his family, a guy that was bringing water to his fucking house. They had watched him for 8 hours that day and assumed that they were explosives. They didn't even find out who this dude was. They just wanted a fucking dead body so they could act like they did something and they could move on.
And General Milley lied, said that we had video evidence, all this nonsense. And this is the civil war that is happening between the intel community and whatever. But I do want to say the states are Alaska, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana, Montana, Missouri. That always fucks me up. MO always fucks me up. Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, and one lonely state up there, New England, New Hampshire. Those are they're calling him the vaccine rebellion. Dude, if this
I saw that. That was awesome.
If this isn't like history books someday, this is the states that go to war with everybody. Like, did we all go to war? And we are known as the vaccine. It's kind of a fucking lame name, okay? It's kind of a lame name. I hope we can do something better than that.
Well, it's so like bold on its face. Everybody's just like, "What the fuck are you talking?"
Sorry,
the only people that
let Mike tell you how he feels, dog.
I'm just saying the only people that like are like falling all over themselves to support this are like the sycophants, like fucking weirdos. Like it's fucking disgusting. Yeah, and like none of the data supports anything they're doing.
Sean,
like,
you're wrong. You're not a scientist, are you? Are you a doctor?
I am actually.
Shut the fuck up, Mike. Go
Dr.
ahead.
Sean.
Well, what I have the same thing. Like, who the hell is supporting that? Like, who is sitting there watching that and like agreeing with it?
It's a vocal minority and journalists.
It's the unitary executive theory. They're testing it again. We'll see. Everything is like, how can this guy not be impeached at this point? How is this not? So this is what I'm talking about. They
might try to impeach him.
But this is what. Listen to me. I don't understand how this fucking guy can deliberately do something against the Constitution and not be impeached. Fuck the law. Like, just deliberately against all fucking rationale. Fuck you, we're mandating it. Dude.
But this is the same argument that when people would freak out about Trump doing something or whatever, luckily we have like a system where there is recourse as of right now. I'm not going to say that like they could totally not fuck us over. It's completely possible. I agree. Like I've told Dan before, I agree with him in spirit on a lot of things. But like I think that
anarchy and spirit, that's all I need.
But I don't know. So I'm just hoping that and I really do feel like people are actually like, oh fuck this, because if there's like a protest or something where I live, I will fucking go. Like that's enough to activate me.
No, but you should act. This is the thing. It's just as the Dune trailer says. Okay. Men don't want to lead. Some are, born to lead. Like some are
No,
called
it's
to lead,
like
whatever.
yeah.
What is
No,
it?
men that
called.
want to. Yeah.
No, it's like nobody's born to be a leader. It's a calling.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a
That's what I'm saying,
paraphrase.
Sean.
Yeah.
Just be that. Just embody Dune.
I might, but I live in a state. Thank God, I live in a fucking state where our governor was just like, fuck no, that's ridiculous.
Your governor said was awesome.
If it was, you got to imagine this: same governor, same guy. That guy doesn't give a fuck what you think. He wants to win the next election. So
I understand that, but they have
the
ego.
Scales are tipping there, Sean. They're tipping.
But they have, what I'm saying is they have ego involved with their jobs, and like they know, like the president really can't do that. That's exceeding his authority. They know that, and they're like, well, you can't come here and tell me how to run my state.
When they fucking shut down the businesses in these states and said you can't go outside and fucking run businesses after, they're just as bad. They're just as evil.
Well, first of all, McMaster did not really do that.
Yes,
South
he did.
No, he did the same thing that everybody did.
Fuck the Columbia guy. Whoever was in charge of Columbia.
Oh, the city of Columbia did its own thing. That was the city of Columbia.
What a bunch of commies, dude.
But that is the process. That's the system, dude. Like you have people in Columbia, they, like you've said a million times, like they elect those people, they have to live with it. And
I'm okay with that. I'm just saying we should get rid of the federal system and the state system. Have mayors, have cities, have towns, do your thing. Everything else would basically remain the same. That's all I'm about.
But like I would say South Carolina and Georgia, because I remember when we were talking about it when it was happening, and I was the one that was just like, what the fuck, dude? Because it was before we knew what was going on, what we were dealing with. But they were very, very hesitant to do anything. Like McMaster waited almost, he was one of the last ones, I think, to actually. Because his argument was like, I can't fucking do this. I can't. He said the same thing that Trump said. I can't just make a fucking mandate. You think people care? What am I going to do to enforce it? Just arrest everybody that's driving on the road? He said that kind of stuff because I was watching the press conferences every day with McMaster. Dude. And he would say so. He's like, well, you need to shut everything down. You need to tell people. He's like, I can say that, and it doesn't matter. He understood that, like intuitively. He understood that, like you can't just do that. And he's like, you know what? Because the stuff with Columbia got brought up, he's like, that's the mayor. They have the right to do that. And I'm not going to go in.
They can protest and burn their city down. That's fine. Yes.
Well, I guess technically.
Who the hell is still supporting Biden right now?
His numbers are cratering.
Not according to CNN. They just released poll numbers today, right? But you click on the poll. Guess when the polls are from? Just guess.
Like 2 months ago.
From before Afghanistan.
Yeah, of course they are. Oh, did you notice CNN? If you put on CNN, they have the pandemic death counter back up and all this fucking fear mongering shit. It's all
Project Veritas exposed it, dude. They exposed them. Now they're moving to climate change next, dude. Get fucking ready.
Well, no, there is definitely
they're going to do climate lockdowns. Let's go.
Well, they want to. Yeah, there's definitely a wing of the party that wants to do stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Michael,
the progressive wing. Yes. They don't care about the economy because they don't understand how money works.
What are they saying about the climate? Why do they want to lock down because of the climate? They don't want people driving?
Because what happened when we went into lockdown as a nationwide kind of for a couple weeks, emissions dropped to the lowest they had in like 100 years.
No way. That makes like almost so much sense. Like, what? Of course it did.
No, so they see that and they say, oh, we should do this in one supporter. I'm
gonna tell you right now. Like, you want to see some fucking wild shit, dude? You fucking do that. You fucking try that shit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that'll be a bad fucking day.
Dude, I think people are, honestly, thankfully, it seems like more and more people, every time they do something a little more draconian, it wakes another person up. It seems like anyways.
I'm just going to say, dude, if they do that, it's Cinque Semper Tyrannis.
So basically, once a year with this climate rule, what they want is everyone to not drive for like 2 or 3 weeks.
So like you won't be able to get trucks for your business because you have to have green trucks. So you need to buy $100,000 trucks where the batteries are made from minerals from China because they own the market on batteries.
Oh well, no, we're talking about just the rolling lockdowns. Like they
all
just that, and it's something they've thrown out there.
will not
I'd be very surprised if
I won't listen to a climate change activist if they're advocating for electric vehicles, solar panels, or wind. If the only thing they should be talking to me about is nuclear. Yeah. On industrial scale.
Well, because it's clean, the cleanest energy there is, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's what they say.
If you're a serious climate activist, that is the only way forward.
Yeah, because it's not about this goes back.
Michael Moore's documentary, Planet of the Humans, he broke down how it's an industry. That's what he broke down. That's actually a pretty good documentary.
You get like that information, that perspective, for sure. But this stuff's been going on for 150 years. There have been like we've talked about before on live streams and stuff. I don't know if we were talking about the podcast, but the Fabian Society, influential intellectuals. This is what they're all about. They are environmental nuts. They are nuts. They believe in eugenics. They believe in population control. They believe in all that kind of stuff. That is their whole bag. That's where the abortion industry is born out of that. Like a lot of things are born out of that. That little seed was planted in the 1860s.
It's a good joke.
What?
The abortion industry was born out of that.
Ah, it's true. Nice.
I'm just saying, it was a little fucked up, man.
Nice.
Maybe we should abort Planned Parenthood. Like, I'm all for aborting Planned Parenthood and everyone that works there. Support them. Like, you don't deserve to fucking be a human being.
Well, was that like Trump's thing? Because he wanted to. He didn't want to give them federal money if they
no more federal funding
for abortions, right?
Yeah.
Because Planned Parenthood or those places, they do provide a myriad of other services that takes a lot of pressure off of hospitals.
Dude, that's like saying Dr. Kevorkian could also check your blood pressure. Like, come on.
No, I know that. Oh, I understand. Yeah, I mean,
okay,
to a certain degree. But if Dr. Kevorkian's not killing people, then Dr. Kevorkian can check people's fucking blood pressure. Sure.
No, he can't, Sean. I don't think you would want Dr. Kevorkian as he's like, I'm just saying. For one, you ruined it because that was a great line. That was a great line. That was at least a 7 out of 10. And you came in and you had to be literal. It was amazing. It was an amazing line. On the cuff.
It was amazing.
Or off the cuff. Off the cuff.
My God, you sound like you're starting to sound like Mike Cernovich.
I am Mike Cernovich.
I'm just joking.
Mike Cernovich. I do like if you want to listen to a guy's rants that are like annoying, but you agree with them. So it's just sometimes you're like, you know what? Like I do kind of get where he's coming. I get it. I do get it.
I listened to one of his more recent ones, and he spent 20 minutes talking about how honest of a person he is. Like he's like, on a scale, in the population, if you look at statistics, like I'm actually like probably in the top 1% of honest people in the country. I'm like, that is not true, first of all. But
I mean, for one, he may believe that, and that's all that matters.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't have all my ducks in a row.
Sean just hates.
That guy he's shady. He's a shady character.
I don't think he's shady. I just think he's peculiar. That's how I would say more peculiar.
How does Mike Cernovich make a living? Do you think he's getting money from somewhere? Somebody's paying him?
His book and he wrote Gorilla Mindset in 2005, 2006, whatever.
Come on, dude.
Why not?
The people he's connected to, you don't think like he's there to be like a quote unquote type of influencer?
Maybe.
Somebody said he has connections to.
So do they say
the intelligence? I don't know. There was some guy.
He was a DC lawyer. Of course, he has connections to fucking.
Cernovich's not a DC lawyer.
He was a DC lawyer.
He's from California.
But he did some stuff.
He was married to a very successful, very wealthy female lawyer in California, and she had to pay. They had no prenuptial agreements, and she paid through the teeth.
Good for him.
Alimony payments. No, I'm just saying that's where he started, and then he got married, so he lost his alimony. But
what I don't understand
what the fuck would he do that for?
He wrote it for a while. Because Mike Cernovich popped up in around like 2014, through Gamergate. That's where he started out. Him, Milo, like all that whole crew.
The question is like shady. Everyone's got shady connections, and when you're up in that like business, like. Doing that type of like journalism.
I would not trust that the man has like the best intentions when he disseminates information. He's there
what information is he giving that is so egregious? Because I don't like what information is he saying that when he says let me just like plug this in really quick. I'm sorry for interrupting. Mike Cernovich usually is telling people, like, if people are telling you to be violent, do not listen to them. Like, when people are messaging you on Twitter, you know how I know?
Oh,
because
that's
because I have notifications set on, and he's always calling people out when they're being violent, like talking about like committing violence. He's like, this is a fucking Fed. Watch out. This is what they fucking do. Like, he doesn't seem like
that's what Feds do.
Oh, okay, Alex Jones. Listen,
the man glows in the dark. Him and Jack Posobiec glow in the fucking dark.
I'm not saying that they don't have some spook shit going on. They probably do have spook connections, but just because you have connections doesn't make you a spook.
Well, Jack Posobiec has been called out for being a Fed and did not deny it. He said, "So what?"
Yeah, he's obvious. Oh, yes.
Damn, this guy is a bad character.
I know.
I'm joking with that. But,
I think he's definitely got. I think
there is. If you believe in a subversive side on the
crazy?
Hold on, no. Before you say this, let me say this. If you believe that there are malevolent, subversive actors on the other side, you know that it's going to be on the right. And the best place for them to get into, ingratiate themselves with, is alternative media. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, there's no doubt that there are guys, but you don't. I think the thing that you don't understand that is like so blatant on his face, and I think Afghanistan is a prime example, is that the elite class in our country legitimately views us as vermin. They're not going to infiltrate because it's beneath them. Like, they do not they do not. I'm not saying that that's not possible. Like, Steve Bannon could be one, or maybe Jack, or Mike.
Steve Bannon's got Chinese money. He's all involved with fucking people from China. He talks about it.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being involved with the Chinese financially. That doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean if you have a business ties to China, does it?
Well, what if they start asking you to do things?
Like, how much do you know about China's economy, though? Like, as far as like how it functions, like how much?
Well, hold on. Do you think that the Chinese government or people that are involved in Chinese business are like honest actors looking over the best interests of America?
How does Steve Bannon make his money?
Steve Bannon got started back. I think he was a lawyer, he was on the campaign trails. He did a whole bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, he's been involved in politics forever. Then he was part of the founding of Breitbart, and
yeah, but he's like super wealthy. Like,
actually, I don't know if he always was super wealthy. I think he's always probably done pretty well for himself. He's always run in those circles. So as far as I've known about him, which was like 2012, probably.
The problem, I think it's very simple. You have a civil war happening in the intelligence community, and I think this is what QAnon tapped into. This is the part of the culture that they were trying to build, a skeptical. There is an alternate intelligence operation happening. From one side wants to take, these are two powers coming together fighting for it. This is what's happening. So it's not
soldiers. Dude.
It's not the CIA. No, but yes. But listen, hold on. Do you think Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, and all those guys were spooks?
Do I think they were literally spooks? No.
Yeah, they were. Absolutely, they were. They created their own intelligence networks, and they conflated their own logistics. Lines, their own culture, and their own belief system.
You don't think that some of these things could just be like ways of controlling things?
Absolutely. Yes,
so
I think
if you get into like the alternative media space where a lot of people are going through because trust in the media is so low.
I'm sorry, dude. They do not have the resources. These intelligence community, they do not have the resources to do these types of campaigns.
It only requires a few people. You just need to get one in. That's all you got to do.
No, it's very. I'm not saying that it can't be possible.
Look at every fucking major thing that's happened in the past decade, and you find out that the FBI has its fingers all over it.
Yeah, like, how many people? It takes a mass amount of people. You don't like
five or six people, a mass amount of people?
No, Sean, it's way more than that. Those are just the people acted involvement in the actual.
So you think these people actually work for the federal government, like the FBI or the CIA?
No, they don't. They're outside of that. They've tried creating. I think there is something that is outside of that. The old heads who want to still do neocon shit, and like they're clashing with the woke culture, and then a bunch of the ex-intel guys like General Flynn and like all these other dudes know how these dudes operate. And there's definitely some interesting things happening behind the scenes, but most of the things, like Alex Jones said something today that was pretty interesting. He goes, and you're always like, you know, you see it all the time, and you're always looking at the bad stuff. He said it multiple times, but he said it today again, and he was just like, he's like, most of this shit's just by accident. Like there are plans,
Of course, of course.
there are plans, but like January 6th was
happenstance.
Well, no, January 6th had informants. They had people that knew stuff was being talked about, discussed on chat boards or like in text messages. Like they knew stuff like that. Guess what? Easy agitation. So like that would be easy agitation to get people riled up.
Yeah, they saw an opportunity because they saw the larger context of what was going on online and what people were talking about, and they insert themselves into it, and they just get on just like every other anon, and then they start talking to each other, and they inspire people. Like you know, some of these mass shooters that were like had stuff on 4chan, 8chan, and stuff. Some of them have been like intelligence people have been outed as being some of the people in there talking to them, and they're not discouraging, and they don't discourage them.
No, listen, that's not their job to discourage. That's not what they do. But
no, I know that.
Yeah, but I don't think you realize like if you focus on a single subject, you have to think about how many people are involved in that chain. You're talking probably like 50 plus people just to get that one warrant. It has to be sent to this guy, to this lawyer, to this thing. Like it's a lot of machinery that needs to be functioning to get it done. And then it takes the one lawyer to, okay, dude, fudge something. Like with the Trump spying stuff, it took one lawyer to fudge it. And obviously everybody else down the chain knew what was there before, and no one said a fucking word when it went up. You know, like there's all this stuff like a massive operation like what they did with Governor Whitmer. 12 out of 17 of them were FBI informants or FBI agents. So you had 12 assets just dedicated to 5 guys. 12. And that doesn't include the intelligence gatherers behind the scenes and the computer guys, people reading their text messages.
Yeah, no, I understand. But if you were to send somebody out to just be a subversive person, like that's just like, hey, we're gonna try to get you on TV. We're gonna give you like somebody like say like Richard Spencer, for instance, right? Why the fuck did Richard Spencer become a thing? They shoved that guy on every fucking major news station across the country. It started with like Vice. They were talking about the fashion of the fascist.
I think that's where people get it wrong, is that people think that like the modern evolution of stuff is so easily checkable, so easily like spooky, weird shit. You're like, that's not normal. They deplatform Alex Jones. Now they're fucking bringing Richard Spencer on. Like this is fucking crazy.
No, but that's why it's suspicious, and nobody knows like where these people get their funding, where they get their money, and nobody's looking either. Nobody's even trying to find out.
There are people looking. I guarantee there are people looking.
I want to know where Jack Posobiec and Mike Cernovich. No, I'm just joking. Where did they get their fucking paychecks, dude?
Mike Cernovich, the hoax documentary, the president one, the plot against the president. I think he was involved with that one too. And his book, Real Minds. I think he's done a bunch of stuff. He's got Rockfin. He's got Rockfin. He's got like they pay. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's got people paying.
He has 2 books. He's got the MAGA Mindset and Guerrilla Mindset. He became a humble supplement salesman for a while. He had a blog that's like, he had a law blog that was also a personal blog. That's like where he came from. And then he gets involved with everybody through Gamergate because he meets like Milo Yiannopoulos, and then he meets other people.
So do you think he's a plant? Maybe he is. I don't know.
Him and Dirty Dershowitz? Yeah.
I think anybody, but I don't think it's planned. I think it's just like happens. People get bought. Here's $100,000. Like push this narrative. That's it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm being hyperbolic. I don't mean like literally like they're part of like the CIA
or government shill or whatever. Like why isn't he? Why would they use him?
How dare you?
Exactly.
How dare you?
That's my point. Where's Alex Jones getting all his money?
He has been used. He has 100% been used, and I think he wised up to it.
That's exactly. He got planted stories. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, no, and you know what? He still could be. That guy could glow in the dark. Okay.
Yeah.
I love you, Alex, but you could glow in the dark, buddy, and I'm gonna have to see some paperwork.
Tell me your vaccine, Mike.
Flying me down to Austin.
No, I was just gonna say, Dan, would you do it if somebody came?
Absolutely. Fuck you, people. I don't give a shit.
What if they're like, "Hey, you push this? We're gonna push you. You're gonna get super famous.
Yeah, dude,
Everything's gonna blow up. We're gonna give you
gonna be
300 grand."
gonna be in a gulag. I've always been a Democrat, been vaccinated 5 times.
Dan's
You're
gonna be
never
like,
gonna.
Dan's gonna be like, on one condition: you get me on Timcast IRL,
Yeah,
and I'll
no,
do it.
I would not. I would never. Like, I would go meet Joe Rogan. We can talk.
Yeah.
No, what if they said we can make that happen? It's gonna take a couple of years. We're gonna get you real big, but we're gonna push you that way.
The only way I would do it is if I'm allowed to have control over a button that lets me like Suicide Squad, like so I can blow their head off if they betray me. Like, doop, done, and I click it, and it's just a key fob. It's just a key fob. I'm like, TT.
Because what you're saying, it's not like they want you to push a narrative, but they don't have like an exact plan.
No, I know. Listen, there are plans.
They're plans, but they're like rough outlines because they don't know how
like,
things are going to
okay,
act, what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's no way to tell, right? Like,
Yeah.
you could be a guy. Like, think about, let's say January 6th, the weird videos, the dudes breaking windows. What happens if all the Americans there that day grabbed him and subdued him and gave him to the Capitol Police? What happens if that would have happened that day? There's no way to cover for it. So, like, when FBI agents get arrested undercover, you know, they get in the car, they're like, hey, there's usually a word, or they're like, hey, man, listen, like, I'm FBI, like, here, call this number, like, this is that. The police call that number, then they go drop them off around the corner or something. Like, this stuff happens all the time. FBI informants or agents get caught all the time.
Yeah,
And the police, they have to keep this silent? Like, police don't talk out about this?
No, I mean, they're part of the state, man. So, like, they're going to always be protecting their power because they view, hey, man, I'm doing some really secret shit, man. You can't tell nobody. You know,
well,
they
it's
make
just like, you know, it's like it's interesting if you start thinking about like the recent resurgence of the Antifa stuff. Because if you were to go back to like the mid 2000s and 2010 and stuff with like the Tea Party, and they would have all those rallies, people would always show up to be like agent provocateurs. Some of them got caught as being part of the police, even the local police, FBI agents, lots of stuff. Because they would go in there and try to start violence. They would try to start shit. And most of the time, people just say, "Get the fuck! What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
But like, it's almost like they had to change tactics a little bit, and maybe they're probably involved with elevating these groups and growing them.
Gen Z is going to be they're the ones that are really going to change everything. We need to fight for them so we can give them the space to really do it. But they're going to be the great thinkers, I think. Like Foster is going to be, you know, part of that generation, I think. Is he Gen Z?
I guess. I don't know. I suppose so. Sure.
I don't know. But, like, I think this is our battle is to maintain the decline. We need to manage our decline and and try to stop it from best as happening. Because we're not the ones that can save it. We don't really know the way yet. The people born have not been. I don't know if like the people being born right now and like maybe some of the up to like 15 years old. Those are the ones that are gonna be, because they're seeing all this awful shit that happening and they're growing up in it. And some people are like, the vaccine mandate stuff is affecting their families. Like, that's affecting their parents. It's affecting, you know, their friends' parents, and like it's a cultural thing. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's part of that fourth turning prophecy, like bullshit. But
yeah, I've been reading that book actually.
It's kind of cool. It's. I mean, it sort of bitches you. Spook wrote this book for sure.
No, for sure. But like it does have a little bit of like the Nostradamus-y aspect to it, where it's like, oh, we make all these predictions, and if 5 of them come true, then everybody's gonna be like, oh, the fourth turning. But I mean, it's a giant book full of predictions.
No, yeah. I think there's like a couple of that are more clear than others, but there is something to be said that our job is to manage the decline as best as we can, and we need to realize that like it's gonna be a fight, dude. Like, there's gonna be blood spill. It's gonna happen. Like, if you don't think that, like, dude, the president of the United States came out on television and threatened 100 million people with their jobs. Like, we're not talking like Nixon, like when we watched kayfabe, where he did it to 11,000 air traffic controllers. We're talking 100 million people.
Yeah, it seems like an incitement in a way. Almost like it's on purpose.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what that was for. There's two things. One, they're trying to get rid of Joe Biden. Kamala's going to step in. Kamala put out a statement today that was very innocuous. It was very... She was basically every family should have the right to choose, right? But like she never said abortion, but like she was very vague and it seemed intentional. Well, she actually seemed reasonable.
Well, hold on. It wasn't the context they were literally talking about abortion.
Yes, but you have to. It's a 2.5-minute little speech she gives.
Yeah,
and like, it's very vague. It's just very vague because she stops talking about Planned Parenthood like she just stopped using those, talking words, like those talking key point words. It was,
so they're trying to make her seem softer so people accept her?
Yeah, she was way quieter. She was whatever. But I think what this is two reasons why government does this.
That lady's a radical nut.
They all are. But there's two reasons, or at least one big reason why government does this. To see who supports them and to see who doesn't. So it's a mass data collection point. So they
ain't collecting shit on me, Dan, because they don't know.
Your text messages, dude. Everything. Your calls are recorded. You know that, right? Your calls are recorded.
I haven't talked to anybody.
Don't lie to me, Mike. Don't fucking lie to me. I know people
through Signal.
Oh, well, you might be safe.
Actually,
you might
we
be
fucking
safe.
talked on the phone, you fucker.
Oh, it's over. You call me. I don't know, dude. You call me.
Just only communicate on
fucking
Signal.
Me.
I know. I did. I just that is why it's mass data collection, just so they can see what parts of the country are peaking, really upset, what part of the country is really staying cool and subdued, like who's comfortable with this, who can we push further, who can we not, like that's really what when I first saw that, I was like, oh, this is just to piss people off, and then the people that aren't pissed are the loyalists, and we'll just do what the founding fathers did. We'll handle them, just tax them and take them out,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Things are just, I don't know. I just don't even know what the point of. I mean, like I said, I think it's there's a political reason. It's just because he's trying to distract people from all the other shit that just happened.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
And it's also like, because he could just look at his base and be like, I tried, guys. I tried. Look at these evil governors. I tried.
Did you see what Jake Tapper said? He's like, you don't blame the people being lied to. You blame the liars, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, you guys are the biggest propagators of lies. Like, out of mass industrial, on an industrial side, are the biggest propagator of lies and mistruths and misinformation.
Misinformation, yeah, they're all over the place. I mean, like, if Twitter actually followed its terms of service, if we were talking about all the vaccine stuff and what a vaccine is and what it does, half of Twitter would be gone. Like, nobody knows actually how any of this stuff operates. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, but it's not fucking hard to go find out. Like, it's really easy to go do a little research for yourself and just not be a fucking parrot. And just whatever because they have successfully, there's probably like 25% of the country, they have made 25% of the country believe that anybody that's unvaccinated is like an unclean leper and that they are going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but listen,
which is a small part that's, it's only a quarter of the country, but that's a lot of fucking people to have that opinion.
Like I said, bring it the fuck on. Bring that ass here.
They won't. They're just gonna support and be loud and be nasty, and it's just never gonna end.
Guess what, Sean? That 30% of adults, whatever it is, that is unvaccinated. Okay, they have friends, they have family, they have people that support them and say, you know what, it's your choice. So you could double that easily. It's probably I would say 60 to 100 million people in the United States support the right to choose whether to be vaccinated or not.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I think that is
that's
the median
where I'm
opinion.
at with that.
No, but that's the median opinion. But that's just not the one that's amplified. But
I'm not even like anti-vax.
No, neither am I. Like, but that's the median opinion. Is everybody's like, I think you should do whatever you feel is best.
Did you see Jim Carrey's tweets got pulled up the other day?
No.
Oh, yeah, they all got pulled up, dude. You can't even, I don't even know. I think I can read them. I think, because these are not about current vaccinations, but yeah.
Oh, you mean all the stuff from years ago when he was with Jenny McCarthy?
I don't know about Jenny.
Jenny McCarthy is anti-vaccine activist because her son has Down syndrome.
Well, do you know Well, do you know it's Robert F. Kennedy is?
Do I know who he is?
Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy.
I think so.
He's like the world's leading. He's the United States anyway. He's the lawyer. He's fighting all these vaccine stuff. He's been fighting them for decades. They won't release the toxicity results or all this like crazy stuff like what they actually put in. I don't know anything about it, but I know he's been fighting this stuff for a long time. But in the 80s, they gave qualified immunity to these companies, and he wants it to be taken away.
Should be taken away.
But guess what? They have billions of dollars to fight him with.
Yeah.
And it's just like that where that Exxon got literally the dude. This was all happened in Peru or Portugal, whatever. The judge let them pick like his lawyer. They got some crazy shit. You have to look it up. I can't remember. It's like Exxon was suing this guy. He was under house arrest for 2 years. It was like crazy. It was like crazy.
You know what I don't understand about these vaccine people? It's like, I used to listen to Dr. Rhonda Patrick, but she kind of pissed me off. No, because
but she's like one of these subversives I'm talking about.
But that's not spook shit. That's we'll give you $30,000 to.
It doesn't literally have to be the government for me to like think you're operating like a spook. You're a dishonest person. If you have a list of talking points and somebody gives you money to go on a podcast and say them, then you're compromised.
Yeah, because it clearly seemed like she did when she went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and then like she was saying, they don't know the long-term effects of taking ivermectin. They don't know the long-term effects of taking whatever Trump took. But they don't know the long-term effects either of the fucking vaccine that you're taking.
No,
well, they do know the long-term effects of the words you just said. We're not trying to get banned again.
What, ivermectin?
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that shit on YouTube, dog. What are you talking? Hey, ivermectin is not FDA approved for the use.
Yeah, but you can't say
in use in conjunction to treat COVID-19, according to the CDC and the Federal Food and Drug Administration. We do not take this as medical advice.
No, yeah, I know that, but what she was just saying, they don't know the long-term effects of taking it. But they don't know the long-term effects of what the vaccine is going to do to you either.
No, but guess what? The question is, what's more important? If you believe, the question is, if you're 50 and you feel like you're fine with that, then you're fine. If you're 20 and you want to get it, I don't care. It says, I don't give a fuck what the long-term effects are. I don't give a shit what the short-term effects are anymore. You do what you want. I will do what I want. That's it. That's the end of it for me.
No, I just mean like people, I was just saying like pushing the narrative of like these other medicines or these other treatments.
They just say that to discredit it, to try to make it seem like it's crazy and fringe and blah, 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 because there is an incentive to get these vaccines. Because listen, these companies are making, this is guaranteed money, dude. This is guaranteed. Billions of fucking dollars a year, guaranteed by the government. Our taxes are going to be paying for this shit forever. So every booster you get, every flu, which is basically, this is an endemic now, and it's like the flu. And that's just what it's going to be. And if you want to go to your local CVS and get your COVID shot every year, more power to you. Go for it. Like I put the last time I got a flu shot, it was probably a fucking 10 years old. Like, it's just not like... Yeah, because you were in the military, so you were getting that shit all the time.
I probably already have fucking RNA out the ass. Like, I don't know. Whatever they got in that fucking that popsicle stand.
Did you guys hear what they did in Nigeria today?
Yeah, to enter church, to do anything, shopping.
So, Nigeria has announced that citizens will no longer be able to visit churches or mosques and will not have access to banking services from the second week in September without proof of vaccination. They won't even let you use a bank.
Wow.
So listen,
that's the draconian shit, or some of the stuff that's happening in parts of Australia. I know it's not all over Australia because they're like kind of like the United States, and they're like they have like their own like little areas, their own states and stuff. So it's not like countrywide, but some of the places like the more like populated metropolitan areas. I mean, they dropped.
It's like America. It's like America. It's the same thing. It's just like America.
I was talking to Mark about it because he just knew more about like the makeup of Australia than I did, so we were just kind of chatting about it. But
he's the geography specialist.
Yeah, he's smart, dude. Mark knows his shit.
Dude, he's got Google right there. You know,
don't give him too much credit.
I fucking love Mark, man. He's a good dude. He does like we tried to do the States. He did pretty good. Like he did actually a lot better than I thought.
That's when you see the difference between like European education and American education. You're just like, a little more well-rounded.
He knows like he can kind of name them, but I'm like, could you go through like on the map? Maybe I think he could, but I think he'd probably get 20 or something. States.
That'd be pretty good.
But I could probably get 2 countries, 3 countries in Europe. I can get Russia. I can get China. I know the big ones.
Those are 2 big ones. Like Africa, I know where that is.
But what are the easiest ones to get? California, Texas, and Florida. That's easy. Anybody could get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get United Kingdom, China, Iceland, Greenland, Japan. I can do that one.
Is China part of Europe?
No.
Might as well be. Might as well be.
It's not. But like, I don't know. But like that's the thing in Nigeria, like, and it's kind of like in New Zealand's the same way. It's such a small little country, and they just fucking drop that hammer.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, guys, get a gun, get plenty of ammo, and just stand by. That's it. Because that's the idea. It's like you do that to stand by in case some crazy shit goes down. Because what would you do right now if the National Guard walked into your neighborhood?
Fucking karate chop them, dude. I've been watching James Bond movies all week.
Yeah, but Dan, what would you do?
Huh?
What would you do?
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't say. But if
someone
but
even if you can't say, what do you think would happen?
If someone tried to forcibly remove me from my home, good luck. Like, good luck.
Yeah, but good luck to you too. They're probably going to end up.
No. I'm cool with that. I'm ready to meet my maker.
Yeah, Dan's saying that he has a level or a principle, and he's just like, that's what's
if you try to remove me from my home, like, you can march down my street. You enter my property, you try to disrespect my authority, it's done. Like, do not cross that line. The state can go down the street. You want to do that? You want to, like, be weird? You do that. But you cross, like, you try to take my rights. You try to do it. Like, dude, it's already too far. So that, like, the idea is I should have the right as American to say, I will defend my home from anybody, state-sponsored or a citizen, that is going to come and try to remove me from my home. And if like there's like I murdered somebody, obviously I've asked to be removed from my home. And honestly, at that point, you're probably gonna rock and roll anyway at the end. Have you ever seen The Devil's Rejects?
Because you're a straight up murderer. Already. So why stop?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Kevorkian with a whatever.
Come get your blood pressure checked, dude.
Yes, son. Beautiful. Right there, everybody.
Yeah, nice setup.
I was trying to fit it in there. I was trying to like work it in somehow, and you came in clutch, and you just delivered.
We just alley-ooped, and I just got the dunk.
Dude, it was sick. That was a sick moment. That was like landing in Kabul airport, and then you're taking off, and just bodies are just being left because they're so happy.
And I'm in the cockpit with Glenn Beck, just fucking laughing.
Glenn Beck, dude, with a giant cross. with like a cross, but it's an AR-15 cross, and he just holds it. And he's just killing all the brown people in the back.
Glenn Beck, what the fuck's that dude up to?
He's becking it up, He's doing his thing.
I haven't heard about that guy in forever.
Dude, he's a guy. He does some stuff on YouTube every now and then. I do enjoy his 45 minute like deep dive special report episodes. Those are fun. They're actually pretty interesting.
He's been doing those since the Fox News days. People used to make fun of him because he had the chalkboard.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I enjoy it. Like I enjoy that. You know what? I don't know, man. I think there's a part of me that wants to move out into the woods because of this stuff. But then again, I'm like, you know what? At least it'll be quick. At least it'll be good old in and out, Now, I hope to God this stuff doesn't happen. More than anybody, I had a friend call me. They're like, bro, like, what are you tweeting about, man? And I'm like, dude, fuck them, dude. And he's like, what? Like, fuck who? I'm like, fuck the government. He's like, I am the government. I'm like, fuck you too, dude. Fuck you too. Nah, I didn't say that. But Everyone gets so sensitive when you talk about the government and police. They're like, "Do not dare." And I'm like,
Well, yeah, I mean, some people do, yeah.
"Don't you dare disrespect my God." But it's fun. It's fun, dude. I'm excited. Like, honestly, the next few years are gonna be fucking buck wild. Like, it's gonna be some crazy fun shit. Like,
You think
I'm
so?
not excited.
I got a Kawasaki shop right down there. We got razors. We got fucking like, it's gonna be sick, dude. Cause you know what I'm gonna do,
Gangs.
dude? Cause like already, dude, that I'm gonna grab like, I don't know. I'll rip down to pick maybe one of you up. Like, you guys will have to fight for it, heads or tails. Leave our families. And then we'll come up and we'll take a beachfront property. We'll be chilling.
Yeah. I'd be down.
The richest person's house in the hood, like out here. Like, and I would fucking take that shit over.
Remember at the end of The Dark Knight Rises and they just kind of took everything? That's going to be me, dude. I'm going to be like Bane.
No, but it'll be like, I'll be like chilling. Like, I'll have like a fridge full of food. I'll have like,
it'll be just, yeah, of course.
Have you ever seen This Is the End? Or whatever?
Yes.
This is me. That's me. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling with James Franco, Jonah Hill.
Oh shit! You're gonna get raped. Hold on. Watch out.
Maybe. I don't know. Is he a rapist? I don't know.
Hey, that's a great movie.
This Is the End is very funny.
Yeah. Dude, Michael. The best part is Michael Cera in the beginning. He's the best part.
Yeah, when he
smacks Rihanna's ass and whatever, and he's just like, it's so great. The juice box.
Yeah, he's in the fucking he's in the shower and somebody's girl's tossing a salad.
Yeah.
He's what the fuck? Did you guys take my fucking cell phone?
Yeah.
And it's so fucked up, and then he gets impaled.
Yeah.
And he's like, shit, it's right here.
This is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, this is embarrassing. What a classic, man. Yeah, that's the most disappointing thing I think about. Every time, like, I've been going back, I was just popping in some 30 Rock. I just wanted to, like, I was like, I remember, like, kind of liking that show, like, thinking it was pretty funny. And I put it on, and it is fucking funny, dude. Like, it's like a pretty fucking funny show. Tracy Morgan is, dude, when they first meet, like, so he's sitting in a diner with her, and he goes like, he's like, they've been putting MSG in our chicken nuggets to, like, make us do something. And I was like, dude, that's hilarious. Like, it is great.
Well, yeah, because he's kind of a little bit goofing on conspiracy culture.
Yeah, but
stuff.
it's
it's actually not goofing. It's actually, that's just how if you hang out with like
Kanye's like would be
actually
like
Kanye kind of became Tracy Morgan from 30 Rock.
Yeah. Yes. No, but that's what good satire is. That's what real good satire is. Like, where you take something that is real and you make fun of it, and it's simple, right? Like, it's just simple stuff like that. Like when Alec Baldwin is this like misogynistic, like piece of shit, like jerk, like, and he like describes her life to her perfectly because he's like, you're a third wave feminist, blah 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 blah, and it's like, that's being critical. Like, that's critical satire. You're actually being critical of that.
If you ever hear Tina Fey talk, because that's like her show, basically. Yeah. She's actually, I mean, she's obviously like a, New York lefty or whatever, but she's very down to earth.
Are you talking like Barry Weiss lefty, or are we talking like
Actually, she's probably closer to Barry Weiss than not. And most of them are, even like Lorne Michaels and stuff.
She a Jew?
Tina Fey, I have no idea.
She's a Jew. She's a Jew.
They run Hollywood.
Dude, Jews are fucking badass. Jews are fucking the most badass culture on earth.
Usually when somebody asks that question, it's negative. But when I ask it, it's because I want to give them some money.
I honestly, the Jewish culture and the Jewish culture is probably the most consistent.
You should convert.
I'm thinking about it, dude. Me and Julian Edelman hanging out on the weekends, doing the shalom and shit, Shabbat or whatever. How did you get here, dude? They're like, how did you know me and Julian just became a Jew? That easy.
They all know each other. It's crazy.
I mean, like, dude, how'd you get on TV? Became a Jew. No, a lot of this stuff is easily explainable, though. If you want to know why there's more Jews in banking and in the industry of entertainment and media, is because that's just true. It's historical. This is an accurate fact. Like, there are Jews overrepresent in banks. They are overrepresented in global banking and also the multimedia entertainment industry. Because in Christian Europe, during the beginning of Zionism, whether it's political or literal Zionism, they literally, the only jobs they could have was banking and entertainment, because those were viewed as slimy, disgusting, like, this is not what Christians do, not touch money, we don't want money. So Jews were forced to get jobs that was worked with money. That's where the trope comes from. The horrible imagery of a Jew in money.
Yes, that's the shiesty guy with the rub in his hands.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But like the Europe would have not existed without the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers is who funded World War I, the British government, because we didn't have fiat currency back then, like in Europe. So they funded the entire campaign war against Europe. Like it was, Germany. So and then again in World War II, like the Rothschilds were heavily invested into oil industry. They were great for our country. They made plastics and everything else super cheap.
Sounds like you're saying they love wars, Dan.
No, there's probably some little bit of love in it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like if I was a roofer, Mike, you've done roofing, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever like it when like a big storm's coming through? You're like, oh man, we about to get.
Because I never owned a company like that.
Okay, Mike. You know what? You fucking are terrible, because you knew exactly what I meant. But it's like you're almost happy like that.
Yeah, if I owned the company and I was like,
yes, yeah. That's how most war profiteers feel about war, Dan. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
They're like, the death is coming, destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's gonna need to make these bullets.
Yeah, dude. Do you blame them though for being happy that they're making a profit? Like, do I
blame them? Do I blame people for making money? Well, it depends on if their sphere of influence can actually cause wars, so they can produce materials to fight war. Then that's bad.
The question is this: in our current system, who decides if we go to war? At the end of the day, is it Halliburton? Is it IBM? Is it
actually
Boeing?
Well, technically, yes, because there's lobbyists, and they're all intertwined and incestuous with the government.
Don't do that. You know what I mean? Who actually makes the choice? The decision.
The government does. I mean, not the companies, but most of the people in our government have worked for these companies at a high level.
I'm not saying. Listen, that's what my argument against government is. So, like, whatever. I agree with you. But I'm saying is, at the end of the day, why would you not, like, Moderna's doing the thing that they should be doing as a business, which is being unethical and just doing what the industry. But that's what you would do. You're being cutthroat. Like, you're gonna be like, okay, like the government said they'll mandate it. Fuck yeah! Like, I don't give a shit. They don't care.
I understand that, and that's like that's. But the problem with the incestuous nature of big companies like that in our government is that the government is supposed to protect you from.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you there. I'm just saying.
But like you said before, right? Like, because this is like some kind of soft fascism where the corporatism and the government merge.
That's not soft. This is fascism. That's what fascism is. The lucrative merger of
according to Mussolini, right?
I mean, yeah, if the guy was fucking given the name fascist, he can tweak it a bit. Okay?
he can say what he wants. Okay?
He can fucking. It's technically corporatism, if you really corporate fascism, right?
No, I was actually, and I don't always agree with like all like libertarian stuff, but it was Dave Smith was on a Fox show, and he was talking. They were talking about the mandates or the vaccine and stuff. They're like, like how could you call it anything else? Like, that's what it is. Like, a giant company is colluding with the government to force people to put something in their bodies. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know when the game will end, but it will only end when we decide it. And that's the truth. Like, when we decide it's over, it's over.
Hey, but would you say do you feel at all encouraged by the public reaction to this stuff?
Are you saying encouraged? Absolutely, I'm encouraged. But what I'm really more encouraged by is the distrust for media, the distrust for, like, that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying not that you have to trust these Cernovich or Bannon or Posobiec. I don't believe in trusting these people, but they have been more honest to me than CNN, MSNBC, and been more consistent, honest.
They're that good, Dan.
I know, but I'm saying just consistently, just hey, I disagree with this. I disagree with that. Okay, I've changed my mind on this. I think that's important. I think it's important, and I think it's so like oblivious. The mainstream media is selectively ignorant, and at least with these guys, like I don't like listen to Bannon all the time. I like once in a while, or Alex Jones once in a while, but I do watch the mainstream news sometimes. But it's just important because when the time comes, and you gotta fucking do a little boogaloo, and you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. Jesus.
Just a joke, guys. Come on, I love this stuff.
Come on. My God, I'm being a fag. Stop.
It's just weird that it just used to be like this was such a. It is like the most American thing in the world is to not trust anything and to say no all the time. Like that is the most American thing, and they are through the media and the government. They are trying to like fundamentally change like what people's perception of being American is, and that's
I think
sucks. But which was encouraging in the past like month is that people actually have innately. People from this country innately are contrarian, innately fight back against things, and maybe we can feel like maybe it took too long for it to activate, but at least I am happy that at least like parents groups and all that shit like coming out against these things and actually fighting for their local communities and stuff. I think it's a great thing.
I think it's great too, but the biggest thing is that's the microcosm. That's what we are allowed to see. This is what we get to see. You know, so it's like it's probably even bigger than we imagine. And
no,
the
it
people
is.
that don't feel comfortable, who are like Democrats, who don't agree with this shit, and they're kind of hesitant. They're like, I don't understand why this is happening. Why
they won't say anything, but they feel that way. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like they will, in the secrecy of the ballot box and the secrecy of however our system works, you know, in the secrecy of loading around in their private home, just waiting for the day, like me, like they will be there, and like that is what's gonna happen.
Well, because when you see when push comes to shove, like I guess an example would be all the riots and stuff that happened, and you saw the most like democratic states in the country, all their gun sales rise like crazy. Like people are about self-preservation. They don't like they're not gonna fuck around because they're like, well, you know, ideologically I align. Not everybody. There are ideologically possessed people for sure, and I think that is the minority. They just get a lot of airtime. They get the biggest soapboxes, but the average person does not live their life like that. It is much more touch and go. It is much more context based. It is much more what is happening immediately in front of you. So when you have something like Joe Biden saying like, oh, private companies with over 100 employees have to get it or they have to test, and testing is so expensive, no company is going to fucking pay for that. So we're basically making a de facto mandate.
That's not. They do. Our Walmart is providing at cost testing, PCR tests.
No, they said they were 30% cheaper across the board, I thought.
Oh, I thought Walmart was doing at home. I don't know. I do want to, because I know we've been going for a minute. If anyone gets this far, God bless you. You know, but the last thing, maybe we can talk about this a little bit next week, but go watch the movie The Report on Amazon, and then directly after with Adam Driver.
Oh, the one about the okay.
About the enhanced interrogation techniques that was used by the CIA in the beginning of the war. Then immediately after that, go watch Zero Dark 30 that was made in like 2007. It's fucking hilarious. Dude, the propaganda, Sean. The fucking propaganda. Like no, seriously, do it. Do it as an experiment for me. Do it.
I can do that. We can make a special Zoobox Goes to the Movies. I'll do it.
I'll do it. Let's do it. Mike,
Okay.
I've seen this movie, Dan.
The Report?
Yeah.
Okay, watch Zero Dark 30. Seriously, try it. Like, you'll be like, oh my God, dude. You're just like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I remember back when Zero Dark 30 came out, I was like, okay, sure. Like,
yeah. No, but I mean, when you, because like, what you're seeing is the new left lens of what happened. Basically pointing as Bush is the bad guy. Like it was all started with Bush, right? And even Obama, they hold Obama's feet to the fire a little bit. But and then you see the 2007 we're lefties, but we're American.
It's
like,
it's jingoistic. It's like very nationalistic, jingoistic. It's rah rah. We get terrorists. Look at the sacrifices people make, which is, they always mix a lot of truth in with the fiction, and that's what makes it that's what makes it effective.
It's literally so bad how bad they lied, and
I haven't seen Zero Dark 30 probably since it came out, so I'd be definitely down to rewatch it.
Dude, we have to watch The Report right.
Which one should I watch first? The report first.
Watch The Report. And then go directly, because it's so quick how they jump right into the problem, like instantly, and you're like, oh, my head. Like, I can't believe it just mind fucks you.
Which one do you think is a more honest portrayal of the situation?
Oh, The Report. The Report is by far the more honest of the two. Of the two, for sure. For sure, dude.
Okay.
Dude, we can't even try these motherfuckers because we tortured them so bad. A guy got waterboarded 186 times. 186 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that's why that was always the argument against that, was that it actually doesn't work, because if you do that to a person, they will tell you anything you want to hear.
Mike knows. He's seen it. He's fucking woke. He's woke. He knows. Yeah, see, Mike's tired. He's a tired boy, dude. You done, dog? You want us to go? We need to get off?
No, I'm good.
Dude, look at you, dude. You look like Dr. Kevorkian over there, half dead. I don't have a blood pressure joke, but if I did...
I'm digging trenches.
Oh, you're digging trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Like World War fucking I out there, dude. What are you trenching out? Is this for the plumbing?
Plumbing and rainwater and stuff, drainage. Got a lot of rain in Florida, so... making sure my house doesn't sink.
There you go.
I mean, dude, Mike knows what he's doing, man.
All right, well, Dan, give us an update, though. So, Dan, you played a show last night. This is your first show you've played in quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, it went good. Went good. It was more of it was fun. It was a good time. I made like, $60 cash. Not much, but it was only for like an hour. So I'll make $60
for an hour. You're getting paid good.
Yeah, dude, listen. No, I am so good now. My voice is getting so much more powerful. I can fucking just send it now. So I'm like more comfortable just like sending it and like having a good time and really hitting those higher registers. And people, people still hate the fact that I don't play covers, but fuck them. I don't do it for them. So, but they still like my music. That's the weird thing. It's like they like the music, they just don't know it. And I'm like, well, you got to get to know it.
Well, that's why it's a good thing to have. You know what you should do, actually, instead of CDs or anything, fucking USB drives.
I was thinking
that album on USBs, and also have a link to whatever your Spotify or whatever is.
Sean, honestly,
what?
If some random guy handed you USB, would you really put this in your computer?
Yes.
Would you really?
If you liked his music.
If you were at a bar and you were playing, yeah.
Sean, you would get spooked so fucking easy. That's exactly, because viruses don't work like that. Just to let you know, like most people get them on. It's because someone leaves a USB drive out in front of a door.
Oh, probably.
They go bring it in and plug it in, and now they have access.
This is interesting. I wonder how this got here.
Well, then it's like, fucking horse porn, sick.
Or you can get like cards with like a link on it.
Yeah, that would be the alternative. Actually, a QR code.
I like that. I like that idea.
Take you to your Spotify page. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. It was good, dude. I had fun. Equipment's good. I do need to get a new guitar eventually, but end of the world's coming maybe.
How many guitars does a man need, Dan? You're reaching the threshold.
I do need a new acoustic, like legitimately. My acoustic it's running through it. The wiring's kind of getting shitty, and it just I might as well
listen. No matter what, I just really need one.
No, but like when I get this these paintings, dude, like that's what I'm saying, like I keep buying paintings or I just buy a guitar. So I'm going to buy a guitar.
There you go.
And I'm almost, dude, my house is filling up. I got to like slow down. I want my whole walls covered, dude. All over. Just fucking
like a museum. Yeah, you could have people come over and be like, you could curate collections.
Just giant Russian impressionist wartime, like Jordan Peterson. Like, I want to have this, dude. I honestly think that would be sick. Like to have those giant Russian, like people.
Yeah, he's got some cool paintings.
Like, are you a Russian or something? I'm like, no, dude. I just fucking love fascism. I'm like
obsessed.
Just like obsessed.
I just think it's cool. I don't know what the problem is, dude.
Oh,
His house is
update to
fucking dark.
dude. Yeah, but he's sick. But you know what I mean. He's dark on the inside, happy on the outside. It's a symbolism for
No,
his
I
pain.
mean just like literally like he doesn't have much windows in that thing. No hallways and shit.
Yeah, they are those stairs. When he goes
Yeah.
up, like he barely fits. Like you're like, and he's a skinny guy. No wonder. This is what we do to get America skinnier. We build really narrow hallways so that their people are forced to be
Dude,
thin.
Before
And his
that,
kitchen looks like it's in a fucking basement.
in America, dude, like you could do that. You could make narrow hallways to encourage that. People would put grease on the walls before they would stop eating processed food.
Dude, honestly, I will tell you this right now. It's something I have found out is that since I've started really eating like just normal food, regular food, I still have like a bag, like I have like mini bag of chips. I'll eat one of those every now and then. That's
Yeah.
like my snack. But our food is such garbage. So
Yes.
like I'm buying a whole cow. I'm buying a whole cow. I already talked to the guy. I'm going to pick it. I'm going to get it all next week. 345 pounds of fucking beef, meat, steaks,
Jesus.
all night. That'll probably last me a good year or two, like year and a half.
Yeah, probably. Easy.
Yeah, by myself. But I could eat that shit every meal, bro.
Well, I was going to say, if you eat like a pound or half a pound a day, I mean, it'll be a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably crush a pound a day easy.
Yeah, of course you could. Yeah. If that's all you were eating, it'd be very lean.
I'll be like,
Lean right the fuck out.
yeah. So I recommend everyone doing that. Invest in a freezer and dude, but why not?
Yeah,
Like,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because you're going to save money in the long run. So
You're talking about like $1.60, $1.70 a pound. Like that's what you're talking about for beef, or like depends on the cut maybe, but you can literally go there. Like you can talk to the guy like I want 100 pounds of just steaks. He's like, all right, it's $2.25 per pound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what I mean. So you can do it all, dude.
You gotta set Costco life. Is you gotta buy bulk mass.
Yeah, you need to go get a pig too and have him make your bacon.
Oh shit.
Sausage, dude. That's where it's at.
Oh no, how much is 300 pounds of meat though? I'm trying to size a freezer I need to get.
A big one.
You think it that much?
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking meat.
That's a lot of meat, dude. I mean, like, I have like probably like 15 pounds of. I have probably 15 pounds of steaks and stuff in my freezer, and that takes up a lot of space.
Like I have probably in my freezer right now with all the meats together are probably at least 40 pounds, 30, 40 pounds in there, like easy.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I could magnify by that at least 12, 10 times, 5 times, 5, 10 times, like somewhere in that range. So I'm talking like maybe a 9 to 10 cubic foot, like deep freezer.
Probably. Your electric bill is going to go up. That's for sure.
Dude, son.
He doesn't care, Sean.
He doesn't give a shit.
Listen, do you
This
think
guy's buying guitars. He's buying.
He's made out of
paintings off
money.
Strange men on eBay.
well be, dude? You know, I might as well be.
He's getting $60 an hour.
I am getting $60.
Playing his music.
Yep, all music, all off of the music, guys. Listen, it's not my fault you fucks didn't join the military, okay?
Hey,
Don't blame me. I actually convinced Michael not to go into the Marine Corps. Remember? I was like, Mike, please. I was like, don't do this, man. I was like, you don't want to. You're too free. Dude, you are too free of a spirit for the military. Because you're like me.
I don't think that would work well at all for Michael, no.
Probably not.
Mike would handle it really well at first. Mike, if you wanted to be in the military, like you actually wanted to do it.
Yeah, I would like doing like the jungle gym courses and stuff.
Okay, you do that.
Mike's like thinking about it like it's summer camp.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I like to do the courses and the
Like, that's what always
exercises.
like the most fun for me. It's like doing that kind of stuff and like
You
the
do it, like-
shooting.
You do it once, like one time.
No, I'd do it more. I would like to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but Mike, not every base have those. That's not just a common thing. That's like not normal.
That's what you
Most
see in the
of
movies,
Most
Dan.
of the time, you're gonna be like
yes.
at a desk.
But I know, Mike, you would be good at it because if you wanted to do it, you put your mind at it. Like you would do it just to do it. And you're also older now, so you'd probably handle it. Young Mike probably would have been fine too. But dude, we all could have been homie rich out here, but you know, you guys didn't want to serve the country. That's on you. You guys are scumbags. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
Everybody joins the military gets Dan's situation. Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone's gonna get that, Dan.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, okay.
It's like, if you say so, buddy.
Do more. I don't know. Do more. Be better.
Why can't you just I just become a famous musician and then just like pay for me to live?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
I want to be part of an entourage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that would be kind of cool.
Like a guy that
an entourage.
I'll drive you around. I know. Listen,
when that happens and however it happens, whether I'm like 50, 60, dude, like we're gonna be chilling, dude. We are dude. The only thing we have to all agree on is that I'm buying a lake and you all have to live next to me, and that's your punishment.
That would be
like
fun.
That's your punishment.
Why would I say no?
Not all in the same line. No, I know. Like you live across the lake over there. I live over here. We all private. But then like every year, like 4th of July morning, we meet out there at like 6 a.m. and we got the sun coming up and we got our coffee and we're like sipping, we're smoking cigars, we're having a good time. We just meet all in our boats in the center of the lake and we tie them up to
canoe. I'm telling you that why. That's when I'm meeting you out there. And
nah, dude, no, Mike, you're driving.
No, I'm fucking paddling.
Yeah, we're gonna get hammered, dude. We're gonna get hammered.
I'm fucking paddling, Dan.
It's our lake. It's our lake, though. Like we can fucking do whatever we want.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
A fucking canoe.
Mike, you don't deserve a canoe. I won't let you have it. It's my lake. See, I'm the government. It's bad for the environment, okay?
No, but Dan, come on. How awesome is it hopping in a canoe, fucking ripping around a lake?
Dude, I would love it, dude. But like we could do maybe a lake in Tennessee because we still have winter. And we'd have private roads, like private clearing. We have a guy snowmobiles come scoop it out every year, every day when it snows. We'll be good.
Yeah, I need to get a fucking canoe.
Guys, I would like it. I want a kayak. I do want to get because we have the Tennessee River is here though, and I would rather have a kayak.
That's what liberals fucking go in. You fuck.
Yeah, man, get a canoe. Get something practical. Jesus Christ.
I think it would be a lot more fun to be a kayaker in a river. Canoes just seem like harder. I'll never forget, we were up in Maine, and I didn't understand how canoes worked, and I couldn't get it to move.
You got like PTSD or something.
Like, dude, I'll never forget. And I think your sisters were in there with me. It was remember the dock that was out the far left?
Yeah.
Like, we were like a little bit past that, and for some reason. I was sitting in the center, like trying to.
Well, yeah. So how the person in the back steers, and then you have to paddle opposite sides.
That's what it was. So I was only one with a paddle, and I'm hitting the back.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that's not gonna work very well. We're just spinning.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you probably paddle on the same side.
Yeah, he was.
No, listen, I was the only one. And I was probably 10, 11. I'd never been in one in my life. I had never been
I know. Yeah.
So I'm sitting out there, I'm doing it, and dude, I literally got so like nervous. I just leaned, I just threw up. I was like, I don't want to do it. Like gone. The only other time I've ever done that is when I basically didn't show up to work in the military for like 3 weeks. I just didn't show up, and no one really. All my boys covered for me, and like, I just like they called me like, you have to. Where the fuck are you? He's like, and I'm like, I'm at lunch. And they're like, what? Like, at lunch? It's like, we haven't seen you in like a little bit. I was like, dude, I've been there every day. And it's not my fault you haven't seen me. And then my boys cover for me every day. Every day. They do, dude. And you want to know the craziest part? These are how you know your boys. This is how you know they're.
Does that relate to the canoe story?
Just forget, because I'm going to explain it in a second. So the funniest thing ever. Like, they did it without me even telling them. I just didn't tell anybody. I just left.
I feel like I remember this period.
I went AWOL. Like, I legit went AWOL. Like, I at home, I had surgery on my butthole because I had hemorrhoids, and it was supposed to be like for 3 days.
And you just kept riding it out, see how long you could go. Yeah.
My beard was huge, like for 3 weeks, too. And then so like I remember I get the call, and then I go and I'm staring at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you just fucked up your career. Like you're done. Like you're getting kicked out. Like this is it. Like they're gonna fuck you up. And I just started like getting like really lightheaded. And I just like I started throwing up all in my bathtub, dude. Just and then because I was so like got really that fucking nervous about it, and it was hilarious. And then I cut myself shaving and I drive into work, and they're like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "What's up?"
It's like, it's really good. And he just sits down at his desk.
Yeah. Basically, I was like, and then my boys pulled me. So I was like, "Where the fuck you been?" And I'm like, "Dude, I've been fucking around, dude. You know,
I'm playing PlayStation. I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege."
Dude, I do not know how, dude. I'm talking. I didn't leave my bed for days. Just filth.
I feel like I remember talking to you during this time, and I think that was during the heavy gaming period of our life. Where we were playing.
So we were staying up late every night, and I was like, "I'll go to work tomorrow." And I just never did, dude. That was the biggest piece of shit moment in the military. I never was a piece of shit and like any other time, and it was like that creeping, like the first couple days I was like, man, I wish I didn't have to go tomorrow. And I woke up late because we stayed up late gaming. I'm like, it's like 11.
Hey, how often do you guys gaming?
Dude, we were gaming like there was before Sean had his son.
No. I mean, right now.
Never.
Very
we never
rarely.
Oh,
never.
Fuck, man. I'm not missing anything. That's good.
Yeah.
No, but back then it was kind of out of control. Like it was.
No, dude, we would be like one more game.
We would be up until
3,
4 or 5 in the morning every single night.
You're gonna get back to that?
No,
never.
not.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Fuck, man.
Because we have like a kid. I have a kid
Mike,
now. Like that's never gonna happen again.
Like you'll get a headache after 5 minutes, like you always do.
Yeah, I only got a headache from one fucking game.
No, that's bullshit.
No, I would do it. Of course, I would. I'm sure there will come a time where we all do this and we all game for like a weekend or something.
Oh wait, dude, we have to talk about the gaming console I got. The fucking thing, Abernac thing. Mike doesn't think it's cool. Mike's a fucking nerd.
You got a retro gaming thing, and it's like an emulator, but it's all.
I'm gonna make a video.
Yeah, you're gonna get bored of that in a fucking month.
No, I'm not. Listen, Mike, you don't fucking know me, okay, kid? It's got Madden, Mike.
You're gonna get fucking bored of that, dude. Playing on that little fucking screen.
Mike, do you know how many games it's got?
Trust me, you're gonna get bored of that shit.
Guess how many games it has?
You told me 15,000 or something.
Yeah, okay, Mike. You ever get bored of 15,000 things?
Never. I know, but you're gonna get bored of playing on that fucking little screen with a limited amount of little buttons.
You don't fucking play on your phone sometimes?
No, I don't play. I haven't in a while.
Yes, put that in there.
No, I haven't played games in like.
No, but like if you're just chilling on the couch and you're watching the football or UFC or you're watching a movie.
Phone games.
No, what I'm saying is if you have this thing and you're like, hey, I could play fucking Super Mario Brothers for an hour while I'm watching a movie, like you probably would.
Yeah, just like
I have a Nintendo Switch.
I do. See, I mean, last year during the pandemic, dude, if I could have found one, I would have bought one.
What?
Because
Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, because I was just like, I was just gonna get the handheld only one because I was like, I just want to be able to just chill and have something handheld.
See, I want a fucking PlayStation.
Fuck
those handheld shit.
No, but I mean, for $105, you get, and I'm gonna do a video for the channel on it because I think it's pretty cool. You know, and I've already told you, listen, everyone's gonna pretty much be getting one for Christmas. So like, just saying, like, if I love it, like, this is what I'm getting people for Christmas. This is what's gonna happen. And Mike doesn't want one. Fuck you, Mike. Fine. I'll get bored. You don't want 15,000 games in your hand?
No, I'm just saying you're gonna get bored of it in a month.
No, you'll get bored. That's what a quitter says. Okay?
You're gonna get bored of it in a month. I promise you.
No, I won't, Mike. Don't tell me this.
I promise you will.
Mike, I got Legend of Zelda. All of the games. All of them. All the
Dan, they're fucking old games. You're not gonna want to play that shit. You got the new fucking system.
Hey, well, hold on. Some of those classic games, the fundamentals are so good. That you could, I play retro games all the time.
Mike.
Actually, in my life right now, because I don't play, there's no like big game that's out that I want to play or anything like that. When I do play games, I'm playing like old games.
Me too,
on my PlayStation.
Fuck that.
What are you playing down over there?
Nah, man, don't fucking ask me questions.
Dan's over there playing Cyberpunk. What the fuck are you talking about?
I
today actually is the first time I picked up a game in like a month or two, a month at least. I was like, fuck it, Outer World, because the expansions came out and I had bought the expansion. I was like, okay, I'll check it out again.
Well, we all need to get PlayStation 5s. That's what's holding this whole thing back about gaming here.
Mike, it's gonna be a minute until we.
Dan, trust me. I've been.
Well, they already said that
too expensive.
there's going to be a shortage basically until 2023, 2024.
Are you fucking kidding?
Right now, you have to like every other day though. Like, if you really want one, you could get one if you were like really committed, because you have to go get in on like Sony's website and get in queues and wait to see if you can get in to buy one.
Well, you can buy one, Sean, but they're $1,000.
Yeah, if you want to go on. Yeah, if you want to go on eBay and buy one that's been like a scalper bought. Yeah.
No, you can order one on Walmart.
Yeah, well, those are secondhand sellers. That's not from Walmart. Walmart they have like they're kind of like Amazon now. They have third party sellers.
They have like an
eBay. So, but it's going to be brand new, right?
Yes, but what happens is a lot of times like Walmart, Target, stuff like that, and they've tried to combat against it, but people that are scalpers have like computer bots that go in and flood their websites.
If you're actually buying it from the Walmart.
If you're trying to buy it from a website, that's what's been happening. Like scalpers get in there and they'll spam like 100 buy now things with a bot, and they'll get like the 10 that are available. Yep. Sony does a thing. It's usually like once a week or once every 2 weeks that they have a queue. And you have to go. You get it for the regular price.
Well, did you hear about the new gen? The new gen, dude, Gen 2, Gen V2, or whatever it's called. Like, it's fucking lighter. They're taking heat components out.
Yeah. That always happens. That always happens.
Listen, I got your OG shit. I got that heavy shit.
So you're telling me, Sean, not till 2023. 2024.
To be able to walk into a store and buy one, yes.
What the fuck?
It's got to be a pain in the ass to get one for the next like year and a half, 2 years.
Like this pandemic.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? I thought it would be like Christmas.
It has to do with the chips, the chips.
Holy shit.
That are made in like Taiwan, overseas. So
it's like I won't be playing Madden for a while.
Well, you got a PS4, don't you?
No, that thing broke.
I offered to send him mine. He won't take it. So
I don't need it. I want the new one, Dan. I want the fucking new one.
He's like, don't send me that fucking hand-me-down shit. I don't want it.
Yeah, there's no. You know, even though I can't get a PS5, and I would if I could.
Well, I can't get one now, but I was talking about like Christmas, maybe.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe you get lucky. I don't know. But
probably not. It never happens.
But it's not even going to be until like 2023 where there's like actual like real PS5 games. So it's like, well, everything's cross-gen right now because they know people can't get them. So everything, like the new God of War 2, Ragnarok or whatever, that's a cross-gen game. That's a PS4, PS5 game. So actually, the supply chain is holding back developers from being able to really push the games as hard as they could because they want them to work on PS4s.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for a couple years. Listen, this is what happens when you're not elite like me. You know, like when you take the time, you read the emails from Sony. Like this is your problem.
Yeah, you signed up really early. That's why.
I signed up. I was there, dude. I was fucking in it. Like you guys weren't in it to win it. This is why the VA pays me because
I'm in it.
Focus.
I'm a serious guy. Yeah.
I was also injured, but hey, no, I'm kidding, dude. I'm hoping everyone can. But at the end of the day, you guys all got kids now. You don't have time for these toys.
Man, listen, I will wake up in the fucking morning.
I got 2 hours at night.
So let me send you the PlayStation 4. I have the Pro. I have the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah, but what the fuck's that going to do for you?
What do you mean? You're going to be able to play games. And actually, most of the games that even Dan could play, like I have like the new Call of Duty and stuff, it's all cross-gen. You can play with PS5 people.
Yeah, I'm saying you can do, like, the only game we can't play together, I think, would be like, there's not even a game out right now that I don't think.
There's only a couple like PS5 exclusives, and they're not even multiplayer games. All the multiplayer games are cross-gen. Like the new, the new editions of Rainbow Siege, the new Call of Duty.
You can download ESPN Plus there. We could sit there and in our couches, hanging out, watching UFC. We just put our headsets on and chill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're just chilling, dude. I can send you it.
Oh.
What are we waiting on? Like I'll just go clear it for you.
Is now, dude.
And I mean, I'm just saying, but it's a PlayStation 4 Pro, so it's the good version. It's like the best version of it.
Dude, I just needed to watch fucking ESPN Plus and play Madden.
You can do that on this easily, like easy as fuck.
Yeah, you. Can
I
go
just
buy
thought
the
by
game.
Christmas they would have this shit rolling by now. Honestly,
Mike is so pissed. No snow, no PS5.
That's what I
fucking
thought.
digging trenches. Little pygmy man wearing Hillary Clinton 2016 TV shirts victory.
Didn't you,
it's a
Sean?
tough life.
When this thing came out, I was like, okay, I can't get it this year. Maybe next year at Christmas if I kind of get
Dude,
it as
this
a family.
year
gift.
has flown by.
Yeah, but the pandemic fucked it all up. Like, it would have happened. Like, you would have been able to get one last year if this hadn't happened. Like, that's the reality. Like, they were supposed to be caught up last summer, and it didn't happen, obviously, because they don't have the materials.
Fucking disappointing.
Yes,
No,
it
but
is.
it's also a part of the deal when you're not an elite like me. See, listen,
I know.
as a spook, Mike, as a spook, I'm professionally paid. Listen, this is entertainment, guys. You have to remember this. This is entertainment, and I'm here to get you to join the side of the magtards, okay, so that we can lock you in prison.
Yeah,
That's
Just
why I'm-
$1,000 is way too fucking much.
No,
Way
it's not
too
really.
much.
Do you want to wait 2 years to spend $1,000? Like, step up and send it, dude.
Damn, that's way too much
Here,
money.
Mike, get the digital edition. I'll tell you what, man.
No, actually,
I'll-
Mike, take that $1,000 and go get yourself a semi-decent computer. It actually probably would be more what you would want anyways.
No, Mike's not a Mike's not a PC
No, I'm not a
guy.
fucking computer guy.
You
dude.
could be. You could
I
be.
could be,
No, you don't want to play Madden on a computer.
Sean,
Why not?
all
You
I
get
really
an
want
Xbox
to do right now.
controller.
Listen, I
Sean, you're
just
not
wanna play
buying.
fucking
Sean, the
Madden,
chips
Sean.
problem with them too. You're not getting like they're still, and that's so it's keeping the prices high because new chips can't come out. It's like so you're gonna buy a computer by the time the new chips come out.
No,
it's
it's
gonna
actually
be fucking
cheap.
old.
It's cheaper to buy a pre-built one than to go buy a graphics card right now. But you could buy a pre-built computer with the graphics card that's really expensive for about the same price as the graphics card.
Listen, Sean, there's a couple games I like to play. Battlefield, fucking Madden. That's
Well, then,
basically it.
I would.
Mike, you
then
can play the new Battlefield, bro.
Yeah, then take Dan's PS4. Like you, that's
No, Sean,
your
Sean,
solution.
be respectful. PS4.
Pro.
Bro.
Sean, you're definitely gonna have to split this into part 1, part 2.
No, well, as long as if we don't go more than 14 more minutes.
No, I'm just saying, but you should though, just to make it interesting. We never know part 1, part 2.
Well, we have on the audio side.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Mike's getting yelled
I
at.
got in trouble.
He's over there screaming about PS5s.
I was
But
being too loud.
Mike, seriously, dude. Like, I'll send you mine. I got the controllers. You can have everything. I don't use it. Like, so what's the point?
Well, you could sell it, Dan, get money for it.
Listen, hey, if Michael
Sean-
doesn't want it, Dan,
Sean-
I'll take it. I'll take
I
it.
know. Like, I mean, I don't need it. Like,
I
I'm trying
could
to do
totally
something- I'm trying to
use.
do something
I
nice
could-
for you and your family, so you can enjoy it and have a good
Yeah,
time.
well, if you want to give it, I mean,
Okay, there you go. You fucking charity case. You fucking piece of shit. God, he's like, I just can't accept gifts. I can't.
no,
What, do you
it's
fucking
just-
do you not let your wife show her face out in public either, like a Muslim? Like, do you have to like walk her around? Listen, dude, it's okay to accept a perfectly used gift. That is not. It's not like I'm buying. If you want, or how about this? I'll buy you a brand new PlayStation for $1,000.
No. What?
Okay, so will you take the PS4 Pro?
Yes, dude.
That's called psychological warfare, baby. You've been psyched.
You've just been spooked. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. You've been listening and watching to Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you've just heard. This was episode 99, and we'll see you guys on the other side at episode 100 next week. We'll figure something out.
I'm bringing out the black label.
Here we go. All right, everybody. Good night.